Hey guys, I'm not ready for this stream at all, and I lost my mouse. But anyways, we have to be consistent, so we're going to do this live stream again, do a little bit of repetition. My plan was to just really focus on the three macronutrients. So carbohydrates, go into a little bit more detail about what exactly a carbohydrate means. Then after we move to fat, and then after finally we'd end with protein. I only had time to type out a little bit about carbohydrates on the PowerPoint presentation. So for this disorganized stream, we're going to rely probably heavily on my brother that I told him to be here around 6:30 to give us an update. He must be verging at least a month and a half into his extended fasting sessions. He's going to let us know what those extended fasting days are. Last I spoke, the last that he came on here, it was like 5 days at a time, maybe even 7. I did give him some suggestions. We'll see if he followed them. So I'm not going to say exactly what I suggested he do. I just want to know right away. I have not been contacting Bruce Cesal, my brother, at all. So this will be a new surprise. We're going to go in briefly about carbohydrates, and we're going to leave out the fat as well as the protein in more detail. We'll concentrate mostly on the carbohydrates. Then we'll go from there. Bruce is already here, so if I need some material, my brain can already be like sleeping. I can project all the responsibility on the quality of this stream towards my brother. Cheap move, but I mean, the guy does have 90,000+ subscribers. So the quicker that I just phase myself out, the better it is for me. Yeah. All right. So Bruce, let me send you the link. Copy. What's up, Noah? What's up, man?
Walking around.
Just walking around.
Yeah.
You gonna do a little bit of the garage this evening, or? All right, Bruce, I just sent the link.
So the garage has to have a place to put my things.
Spit that out
For
again.
the garage thing, I need to have a place to put my things first.
Which garage are you talking about? This one or your?
This one.
Oh, yeah, that's the priority. All right, Bruce, I'm sending it. Should be on its way. We're already 3 people. That's cool. Please let me know in the chat who you are. We got Darla Lama, VIP, almost to my knowledge, the wench master. That's me pronouncing wrench. She is one of our moderators. My brother, I'm not sure. I feel like my brother's, like a little competition, me being, 600 K, no, 600 subscribers, and my brother being 95K. No shady business going there. My heart's pure, all that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I don't know. All right. Hello, Jason and Bruce. Hey, Darla. I second that. Now, thought it was at 6:30. Is it still in half an? Yeah. Like you're, you have to come and save me at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is 21 minutes. Yeah, you're good, Bruce. Just whatever you need. I did send already the link in the email, so click it. If you arrive in the back stage, I'll keep you there until I do my little presentation to sound smart for the people. So on this channel, we're talking about primarily, at least for weight loss. I'm comfortable with a ketogenic diet. I had weight loss with a ketogenic diet. My mom, my dad, and 3 or 4 people that I coach, we all used a ketogenic diet as a way of just losing the weight as fast as possible. Every single person that has adopted a ketogenic diet has also just naturally incorporated a intermittent fasting regime, if not some 48 hour fast, 5 days of eating. So they would eat like with a 16 and 8 window. That's kind of like the lowest threshold for intermittent fasting, is kind of switching all your food to consuming whatever you were consuming prior to that in 8 hours, instead of like multiple consecutive meals like try and last. Noah. So yeah, intermittent fasting, the lowest threshold is basically 16 and 8. So it means that you're trying to get all of the food that you usually would, but in an 8 hour period. Um, for this, like technically, it's not even saying like eat better and eat in those hours. Strictly eating whatever bad diet you are eating at that moment, the fact that you're not stretching it out in small portions all throughout the day, late into the evening, the fact that you're trying to get all that poop, crap, junk food in 8 hours, it's still actually more beneficial to poison yourself with those food in a shorter window of eating than otherwise. Haha, my attempt at comedy. So what we're saying is 16 and 8 is beautiful just for metabolic maintenance, because you're really just with that window of eating, you're switching it. It's like I usually eat for 16 hours a day, and when my pie hole goes when it does that for 8 hours, that's when I'm not like eating. And that's when the body benefits from assimilating all the stuff that we shoved in our pie hole, during the day. And now it's able to utilize it. Maybe when it's done, like placing the whole inventory, it'll turn around. It might wash a few things, might like renovate by stripping down some stuff. You're giving your body an appropriate amount of time where you're getting the material that you need for the day: protein, fat, right? And cholesterol, carbohydrates. You're getting those for the day. Do you necessarily have to eat all throughout the day, breaking your efficiency in whatever you're doing? Because if you had a company, and the company, like any company, they're going to, like, at one point receive some kind of product. So they receive the product. Now they're trying to ship it out. Well, they got to catalog it. They got to check the inventory. They got to place it. They got to put it in a computer. They got to put it on the front shelf. Then you need people to sell it and all that. So there's a pretty like complex set of events that occur after the loading, after just basically receiving it. So imagine a company where, yeah, it just randomly arrives. Just like, oh, hey guys, they're knocking at the garage door. Let's go like fill the inventory. There they go, open up. They start doing, the thing in good spirits. So they bring all the food in. Again, they get back to work. They shut the door. They're doing their thing. Oh, I hear it ringing. Let's go back to the docks. And they do this like 5 or 3 to 6 times a day, constantly being disturbed in their job, unable to ever really man the front desk or properly, do the books, the budget. You're constantly just wasting time, just bringing in material. And that's basically how we have been taught to eat. Anabolic, 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 just eat, eat, eat. Hey, if you like miss 2 hours, your metabolism's dead, man. Your muscles will like melt off your body if you don't eat every 3 to 5 freaking hours. Meanwhile, we're doing that and we have a lot of extra fat. That fat is supposed to be there when we don't have food. But it seems like the more and more fat you have, therefore, the more and more supposed security, energy security, seems like the fatter and fatter you get, the hungrier and hungrier you get, and the more like fragile you are, where you're like, and you just flop on the ground. Well, geez, it's been 3 hours. She hasn't had a sandwich. Monsters. No, basically, like the majority of all mammals walk around for days at a time, seasons of scarcity. They seem pretty zen. We're the one, with the Buddhist waterfall and the rocks rippling down, trying to, like find our zone, align our chakras, and fill our bellies with fiber and pesticides and, at best, glucose without feeding your body. Sorry, that just came out. I apologize. So, anyways, we're going to look at, just for today, carbohydrates. I wanted to go through all 3 of them, and I lost the mouse. All right, share screen. Got 14 minutes before I beam my brother up. All right, I got to see if people can see this. If you don't mind, guys. I noticed very few people in the chat, but there are people that have me on Messenger. If ever it screws up, it looks like I'm talking about something that's not really appearing on the screen. Hey, Noah, can you go upstairs, get my my charger just for the phone, please?
How long does the photograph need to have down here? Short.
That one too, whichever one. I just don't want it to go. Thanks, man.
You can plug it into your computer.
Fair enough. All right, good answer. All right, so as I said, please put the thumbs up. All right, looks like it's showing up fine. So nutritional ketosis, this is the presentation. If we look at Hippocrates, everyone has a doctor in him. We just have to help him in his work. The natural healing force within each of us is the greatest force in getting well. To eat when you are sick is to feed your sickness. I think this applies immensely to cancer. We're not going to get into that at all in this stream, but we will get into it in the future, in the not so distant future, about cancer, how the mitochondria, the energy houses within many cancer cells, but not all of them, that thrive on using energy and therefore using energy to proliferate, using glucose. Cancer cells adore that. If we're going to fat metabolism, fatty acids, ketones, many cancer types of cancers, they suffer from it. And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying a ketogenic diet at all. is going to heal cancer. But if I had cancer and I wanted to give every effort, yeah, whatever the West chemo radiation, I don't care, I'll take it. But what I would add to it is I would do some extended fasting because I believe that the body during a fast is smart enough to not eat what is beneficial for it. We're not talking about calorie restrictions, even though in future videos I can show how calorie restriction itself can decrease the growth rate of cancer cells. Imagine pure fasting. Imagine pure fasting when the autophagy, the catabolic healing mechanism that will just use everything and anything that is not optimal in the body to use to reprocess, to recycle, and things of such things. I have presentations once we get through the complete basics or the 101 of ketogenic dieting, like what is it, what are we supposed to eat, what should we avoid, what are the concepts behind a ketogenic diet, here's the research on fats since it's usually demonized, and then from there hopefully there's like tons of people that we're all like supporting, that we're all coaching together during like this ketogenic lifestyle and stuff like that. Once that's all done, we can have awesome panels, but then we can go deeper into specific diseases or specific functions that ketosis or ketone like exogenous ketones or medium chain triglycerides that produce ketones, how it's actually being used in many aspects, from epilepsies to the marines to reversal of diabetes and many other such things. Um, we've been told that glucose is a carbohydrate and that this is the primary energy source. I don't think that it was the primary energy source. I think that humans had a lot more of a challenge to obtain food, that carbohydrates in many geographical locations in the world may have been seasonal. This is prior to fossil fuel and industrial revolution, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of humans in the equator able to assimilate all of these various plants to get nutrients. Probably a lot of trial and error, likely not one big corporation trying to screw their whole culture over. We see that now, but prior to that, the cultures seemed to have figured out, perhaps not really knowing all the innate details, but they were able to figure out pretty much what to eat, what not to eat, when to eat things, and why to eat them. We haven't figured that out yet. I mean, Elon's just, NASA says we can't get to the moon anymore. But we're trying to get to Mars. Makes perfect sense. Ketones are made when the body metabolizes or breaks down adipose tissue. This is the issue, guys. Adipose tissue, body fat. Why is, because I think everyone can literally agree, adipose tissue, fat, body fat. Why the hell is it there? It's there for when you don't have food, so that if you don't have food, you have stored energy. But the people that have the most stored energy, and it's linear, you have a little stored energy, more, 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 more. The more that you have stored energy, it seems like the more your body's screaming, ah, I'm starving. That doesn't make much sense at all. And I have the answer. I have the reason why it doesn't make much sense. Anyways, if you're coming from whatever the doctor's telling you or standard American diet, you happen to be diabetic, type 2, or even type 1, you got to tell your doctor what you're doing. Now, you're in control. You tell the doctor, no, this is what I'm doing. Just like many doctors seem fine with, like, yeah, I know, doc. I really should lay off the potato chips. Well, you do your best. You make sure to try and adopt swimming 3 times a week for 10 minutes. So the doctor is fine with accepting, like, I know it's hard with those sweets. Try cutting down. And you're like, I'm doing a ketogenic diet. Ketoacidosis. That'll kill you. What is this keto diet? You're laying off all the middle of the section of the grocery store, all the packaged food. We're concentrating on, just the outer section. What do you mean the outer section? The beer store, the beer section? No, actually, no, that's way too much carbs. What's wrong with carbs? You would die if you don't have carbs. Actually, then you start scratching your head and you're like, yeah, I had those Demerol pills for my back. If I piss this doctor off and call him basically an idiot about nutrition, is he going to take away my pain pills? Anyways, just a thought. Probably what's happening. Anyways, type 1, type 2 diabetes, you're on medication even. Please let your doctor know. I'm some guy on YouTube, just some guy on YouTube that's saying stuff that should stimulate you to do your own research and to bring that research with a little bit more confidence, knowing that some moron did it named Jason, and bring that research and resolve to your doctor. And when your ignorant doctor that has nothing to do about nutrition or anything else tells you no, well, you say, yeah. And if he insists that it's a no, then you grab his name and you go to whatever version your thing is of the College of Medicine, and you explain your situation, and they'll be fine. Maybe you'll make a lot of money. The doctor is not the boss of you. The doctor, like all people of authority, are actually servants. The more authority you have, the more that you should reciprocate as a servant. Because the highest, like the king, the archetype of a king, is supposed to be not a dictator and tyrant. It's supposed to be a servant. What time is it? All right, we don't even need to go into the macronutrients. We can keep that for tomorrow. And I'll just let Bruce in right away. Right, people. I will invite again. I'll just call up my bro. Bruce, I also posted this again in the live chat, and I believe I did send it to you on your email. Man, I got the worst pasties. I gotta get something to drink. So yeah, pretty much your cloud storage is full. Sent. Bruce. Yeah, it looks good, Bruce. I'll send another one just to make sure to my brada. Wait. So next week we're going to go into more detail about specifically carbohydrates, protein, fat, and what we call the fourth macronutrient, a ketone body itself. Go into some of the characteristics, physiological effects, and things like that, how it differs from the other protein, fat, and carbs. Bruce, I sent it to you twice. I'm so proud. I'm staying on schedule. I'm sure my bro will be here soon. I will get ready, Jason. I hate it. My brother always puts on like makeup. So embarrassing. But I know he wants to like look good for his brother. Bruce, you don't have to put makeup. Don't worry. Jeez. I feel bad because I started putting the foundation and he laughed at me initially. Bruce was like, "You wear foundation." And I was like, "Of course." Anyways, he laughed at me for a while, but then he saw how good I looked on the streams, and people were commenting on my youthful appearance. So yeah, he started with the foundation. I encouraged him, and what can I say? He's taken it to another level, and I say mascara, more power to him. Bruce, energy, don't check the back room. I'm checking the back room. Stop talking dirty. Bruce, I call you back Friday. All right, so I officially put in the chat the link, Bruce. I sent it twice. I did my effort at shaming myself with my attempt at, I don't know, like inappropriate dirty talk, something along those lines. And now you still have not shown up. Now I feel like humiliated and stood up in front of the whole world. I'll share in my Twitter. Not sure if that's good for me or not. I posted the stream link. Hope you all can see it. Thought it was that you wanted the live. Bruce Swartz, all I will post yours. Hey, Alias. Adios, my friend. Go visit his channel. He also has where he shows his musical talent. It's something Space Jam. Just a minute, it's somewhere. What the heck, did he erase it? No, I'm taking it personally. Oh yeah, here. Crazy Music Space Jam. I can show it. Crazy. StreamYards. Where are you, Bruce? I'm gonna show my friend who lives up in Montreal, same province as moi. He has a crazy music space jam. This is a site where he'll do live streams, I believe. Let's go to the live streams here. So the majority of the stuff that he does is live streams, but the cool thing with live stream is while he's doing it, often people that do live streams will post links so you can come on. So if he's jamming like with a guitar or whatever instrument he has, and you have some talent, you can just jump on. Some of the streams are short, some go longer, and I think it all depends on who's hanging around. But he's a cool dude. He's my brother's friend from Bruce Sees All as well. So if you have musical talent, which I of course do, but I don't want to like, because when I express myself musically, there's such a glory that appears and it overshadows everybody, and I'm really humble. So I don't do that. I don't do that to musicians, but I'd love to. And you're here.
Yeah, right, man. How's it going, bud?
Good. You?
Pretty good.
So?
Well, I am thinner. I'm getting there. 44 pounds the first month and 22 this month, man.
Wow. So
Today is
40.
exactly 2 months, and I
Yeah.
did 2 8-day fastings, 1 6-day, a 4-day, and a couple of 3 days.
Okay. Wait. Let me write this down. I just
Yeah.
want to see.
Testing.
All right.
Hope you guys hear
So
me
I just
okay.
want to like put just a little slower. Okay. March, April, May. So April 12th, right?
Yeah, April 12th,
Yeah.
I started day one.
Day
I
one. Okay. Wait. April 12th. Starting weight.
297.
Okay.
And it could even be that I'm 300, but
Yeah.
standing on the scale, I saw 297 after 3 days of dieting. So I'm 300
Okay. So
pounds,
you might have even been like three
right?
something a little
But
bit.
I'm saying 297 because I got the
Yeah,
picture of it.
let's
That's what
start
I
it
saw.
at
Yeah,
that. Okay, good. So day one, April 12th, 297. Prior to this date, what were you eating? What's your diet? What has been your diet? What were you eating before? Go ahead.
before I would eat only once a day, a
Okay.
meal,
Yeah.
but cheese and chip handfuls all day long,
Cheese. Okay.
like chunks. I ate a lot of
Okay.
cheese.
So cheese not necessarily bad.
No,
Were
no,
you
no,
eating cheese alone, or were you mixing that with some other macronutrient? Or you're
no.
just start.
No, just eating that. But um, at night, if it
Yeah,
wasn't a big ass bowl of rice with some hamburger meat, a soya sauce,
yeah.
and if not, it was potatoes, cheese on it, hamburger meat. I'm
Okay.
alone. It's just
Well, that's not bad.
no. For me, since day one, my first day in my apartment,
Yeah,
I never had a need to taste exquisite foods.
yeah.
Bologna
Simple palate.
bologna sandwiches with a handful of chips. That's another thing I eat often. Two sandwiches,
White
two
bread,
bolo-
brown bread.
white no,
Right.
because it
To
was
be
the worst.
honest,
I went to
not
the
much,
brown.
not much of a difference.
I gained
There.
weight going to the brown, so
Yeah, yeah.
I saw that it didn't do much of a difference.
Okay. Well, I mean, to be honest, like the good part is that you were still supplying yourself with like real food, like cheese
Yeah,
and meat. It
spaghetti,
seems.
lots of noodles, lots of noodles. That's
But the
me.
problem is there. It was the
Yeah,
noodles that
yeah,
you were probably like you had. I remember a previous stream you had said that, oh yeah, because I'll have like like anyone, nice plate of spaghetti. So there's all the sugar
yeah,
with the sauce,
yeah.
with cheese, with Parmesan cheese,
Of
and then
course.
scarfing that.
Yeah,
So now you're making
I even
mix.
added orange. I even added orange and
Yeah,
white and
and
parmesan.
then you
Oh yeah,
would
butter.
overdose. Basically, if you were just sucking down the noodles, you probably had too much. That
Oh
was
yeah,
spilling over into fat.
yeah,
And then on top of it, you're incorporating a large amount of fat too.
yeah.
So that's mixing two fuels, which is the equation for death. It's like junk
Yeah,
food. Like you can get away with quite a amount of sugar if you skimp on
man.
everything else.
I ate no sugar. I ate no salt. I wasn't eating any chocolate. I was getting bigger and bigger
But
because
you were eating sugar in the form of pasta,
yes,
white bread,
yeah, exactly.
rice. And it's true, people shouldn't say sugar because to be honest, the true sugar is actually glucose and fructose, the white stuff, the table stuff.
Right, right,
Is, if I'm not mistaken, glucose and fructose, and it's called sucrose. So it's actually considered a disaccharide because it has two different sugars, a glucose and a fructose. So that's basically just white sugar. Um, but if you're eating stuff like potatoes, rice, grains, breads, legumes, fruits, starchy, those are all in a way they potentially can be just sugar.
yeah.
Like a bunch of carrots, if you had like already bread, you had some fruits, you're super sedentary, you have
Yeah.
low muscle mass, you don't move, you're like, all right, I'm gonna have like some apple juice in the morning, sugar. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have some oatmeal, sugar. I'm gonna have brown bread with a little bit of meat, I don't know, whatever,
Yeah.
uh, dry chicken breast. And it's like sugar, sugar, sugar,
Yeah.
sugar. And the people never freaking understand that, dude, all you're eating is octane. You're eating fuel.
Yeah. And
You're
listen, I was
super,
eating bread. Like
yeah,
I'd eat a sandwich, I'd eat spaghetti, then I'd eat a big bowl of rice, then I
sugar,
would eat a
sugar, sugar.
wrap, then I would eat a
Yeah.
wrap. Like, could I eat salad? Yeah, like I could go
Yeah.
three
But you
days.
were never a salad much, eh? You were more
Oh
like,
no, 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 no. Yeah, I was. Yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah, I eat boxes of salad a week. I mean,
okay.
a month. Two, three big boxes. If I had to eat them, I'd go through them. It's one every day.
See,
I
now
eat
what?
spinach, Jason. I eat spinach,
Okay.
salad, but the pasta, it's too
Yeah.
fucking fatty.
It's either, it's the, you're actually not skimping on fat, which is great. It's just that you're going because you're going after hamburger meat, cheese, which is great. It's building blocks, but then you're adding a lot of fuel. You're
Right?
adding a lot of carbohydrates added like onto it, and that those carbs have nowhere to go
No, that's
because
it.
like you were never skipping a day. So eventually your body is stacked up with carbs.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't need more carbs, and you're scooping it in the form of pasta, bread, rice,
I was
not
like
thinking
I was
it's
like an
sugar.
ice cream machine. I was like an ice cream machine. At a
Yeah.
shop, an ice cream machine, you fill it with
Oh,
ice
that's
cream.
it.
No, no, like
Yeah.
you just pull down the lever and it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was me. I was
And
an
then, and
ice cream
then,
machine.
but that's the thing is, underneath a lot of people that are quite overweight, that there's a decent amount of muscle
Oh yeah,
because you have to carry around
yeah.
300 pounds. Okay. A little
Man,
pipsqueak
listen,
that's 150
I had
pounds.
to weigh 270 pounds before people thought I was overweight. I don't look
I
overweight.
hold it well too.
I
No,
don't look
more too.
overweight. Yeah. When
Yeah.
my sides start going out, tits start wanting to go out that way instead of this way. And I'm talking
Yeah.
about the ends. I'm talking about the side of a man, the chest. You start
Yeah.
getting fat. Some people, you know how it is. A fat guy, you look at him, holy shit, it's just his ass and he's got
Yeah.
a small waist, or he's
Yeah.
got a big ass gut and no ass.
We hold it all throughout
Yeah.
well. I
Yeah.
do too because when people were like, "You were never fat," I was like, "Well, no, I wasn't like morbidly obese with a CPAP, guys, but I was 225 and I'm 5'11". I
Yeah.
said, so I'm taller frame, and everyone's fat a bit.
Yeah, of
So
course. In
a
general, yeah.
normal fat person that has like the muffin top that's not like engorged with thunder thighs is considered like, well, you're not fat. And then when you actually approach lean body mass, they're like, you're too skinny. People start going like, you're too skinny. And
Well,
you're
yeah,
like,
that was
no,
like
I'm
me.
actually
When
like
somebody
eight.
when somebody said, "Holy shit, man, you're thin," I'm like, "Christ, thanks."
Well, no,
Instead of a fat ass.
it is because you had obviously a substantial amount of weight loss, but it does always. I think the first is your face to go. Like you can
Oh yeah,
tell,
yeah, the
carb
sides,
meal, haven't
like
had carbs, like yeah, yeah.
the
So that'll
jawline.
go, and then after this, you'll have an overall. Your thighs are the next thing. You have no more like bat
Yeah,
wings
but
trying to
man,
spread your wings.
it's
Like
something really more morbidly disgusting when you start seeing that it's like day one. It's like the tilt of Earth. It doesn't shake until it starts to shake all of a sudden, and then boom, the Earth shakes. I used to
yeah,
go. I used to go to the bathroom. The mirror, like, okay, I'm taking a leak standing up. The mirror is
yeah,
over to the right. So as I'm taking a leak, I lean over in the mirror. I just woke up to see my face. As I'm leaning over, my neck on this side is fucking no. Okay, I'm not
yeah,
exaggerating, but it starts drooping down here. You see it's hanging because I'm bending over and I'm going, holy
yeah.
shit. And I start looking, my wrists, like, the wrist, you look at the wrist, now I'm starting to get a smaller wrist as compared to a tube sock. Just like that. It's big here and it's big here.
Dude,
You know
I
what
don't want to know what you're doing with your wrist and tube socks.
I mean? Yeah,
Let's keep
not
this
much.
appropriate.
Not much. I use kazoo.
It's like, do, 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 do.
I use kazoo. I was talking
No,
to
sorry. Continue. I'm listening.
imagine somebody coming in the house and a real alien coming in the house,
Yeah.
and he sees that I have a fake alien there standing up, hanging on the wall, and it has a hole in its genital parts. I could just see the alien
No
coming in.
clue. What are you
The,
implying?
the
I don't
alien
know.
leaves, ooh, takes off, and says, "Get the fuck out of here, man." It's
Hey, look, there's a plane up there.
crazy. Yeah, exactly. Says, "Hey, that's
Okay,
crazy."
wait. Let's get back on track. Okay, so
Yeah.
to me, generalizing overall, you are getting a decent amount of animal food in there. You're getting some cheese, you're getting some hamburger meat and stuff like that. It's
No,
just that you're
I haven't
adding
had
a
cheese. Huh?
lot of, not necessarily like you're not sucking on candies, but a lot of carbs.
Yeah. I
Not
haven't
all
had
the
cheese.
time,
I haven't had
but
cheese at all. I've only had
no, but
meat and eggs.
prior. This is prior to April 12th.
Oh
Like
yeah. It was just
how would
carbs.
you criticize your, because we tend to like not fluctuate that much. We have our staples, when we're in
It
a
was
certain
actually it was pretty stupid because look at it the way you want. Me, it was for efficiency. My kid's gone, and
yeah,
Brandon, and now I'm sitting here, trying to make meals for me and stuff. When YouTube dips down, man, really low, I
yeah,
said, you make a batch of spaghetti, like grandma or my mom used to make, or whatever. I add
yeah,
mushrooms and I make myself platters, 4 or 5 platters. But when you make those platters, you eat one, you eat two,
yeah,
and next day you eat three. It's just to save like time and to save money. But poor
yeah,
people eat badly because I could eat just salad and
yeah,
fish, honestly,
yeah,
and meat, but I didn't know. So in
yeah,
other words, sure, I love pizza, but the reason why I eat is because I'm hungry.
yeah,
So if I'm eating pizza,
yeah,
it's because I'm hungry. So
yeah.
if I don't eat pizza and I eat something healthy, as long as I'm not hungry anymore, I'm okay with that. I don't care
The-
what I eat, you
What's
know?
so hilarious is that like me, forget about organ meats, but I
Yeah.
acknowledge they are the superfood. I think you develop that palate early on in cultures. They're fed that right away.
Yeah.
But organ meats, extra fat, intestines, all the stuff, even like a lot of Asian people, it's
Uganda, they eat
it's
that in
dirt
Africa.
cheap.
They
They'll
eat
be
that in
like,
Africa and Uganda, man.
"We'll give
That's what
you
they eat.
$20. Just take this." And you're like, "Great." And you use the bones. You make you take the bone
Yeah, but in
marrow, you make bone
Uganda,
broth.
they drink the blood. In Uganda,
Yeah,
they eat the heart, part
yeah.
of
So,
the
like, to be
brain. And
honest, to be dirt poor
yeah,
and know the secret of what our ancestors ate, you'd be like laughing. They'd be like, "Listen, take the thymus, take the brain, and like, I want to get rid of it," kind
I'd
of
be
thing.
really thin.
Yeah, I
I'd,
can't stomach it personally,
I'd,
but I am
I'd,
an advocate on somebody that could. So, okay, April 12th. Let's say you're probably heavier, but you started officially starting to pay attention.
well, hey,
Uh,
listen,
I
listen.
yeah,
I know exactly what I was because when I weighed myself at 297 for 3 or 4 days, I started fasting, literally fasting. So I could have literally been
yeah,
impossible. I wasn't over 305.
7, yeah,
No, but for sure, yeah, I could have been 305.
probably,
So I ordered a scale. When I got the scale 4 days after, I got on it 297. I said, fuck. I was expecting
yeah,
270, like I had lost 20 pounds for four
yeah,
days of fasting. So
yeah,
yeah, I was over 300. For real, I was over 300. But I've
yeah. It
always
makes
told
sense if
everyone,
you had done it already a couple of days before starting.
yeah, a couple
Okay,
for
so
three
you
or four
went
days.
this, but my assessment is, well, the guy was eating some animal food, so he was not surviving solely on box
Yeah.
food. You were getting some ground beef, you were getting
Oh,
like some
I
cheese and
was
stuff
having
like that.
chops. I was having salad
Yeah.
chops. Like
Okay.
I'm talking about the bad stuff, like pizza too and stuff.
Yeah.
The poutine. Put lots
Yeah.
of poutines because I make it myself. Here's another thing: lots of French fries.
Yeah.
Lots of French fries.
Right,
Like
and like French fries, as you know, is at least in restaurants are all seed oils. Not all of them. Some of them, for some
yeah,
reason,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm like, wow, they're moral people,
I mean, it
but
was a
a
restaurant. I
lot of
haven't eaten
places
in a
it's dirt
restaurant in
cheap.
years. I haven't
They're
eaten
good.
in a restaurant in years, bro. I
No,
haven't.
that's it.
I
So,
I was making poutines and pizzas at home. I did
oh
do
well,
not.
at least that's good.
Since before the pandemic, I never ever order at restaurants. I do when my son comes over at Christmas. That's it.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Oh, kids there. I might have to run upstairs and hide. Okay. So overall, though, not regulating well your fat and carbohydrate intake, right? Like not knowledgeable about like, well, what's that do? You know, probably like me when I started, like even before when I just tried to lose weight, I did like you. I'm like I'm figuring out that carbs are fattening. So, but fat is fattening too. So I'll eat only protein. That's what I did, and I lost a good amount. It's just it's not sustainable. It's not healthy. Like
It's
you're
about
not getting.
it's about being single and free. You eat what the fuck you want, man. I was
Yeah,
when I get
yeah,
up, I could have a chocolate bar, 6 cookies, and in the afternoon I'll order a poutine. But tomorrow I'll eat salad. I mean, do what I want.
yeah, yeah.
30
But,
coffees in a day or five or what I mean. Just
but now it's good because you're being more like strategic and stuff like that, you know.
I mean, oh
But
yeah,
I
yeah, I
definitely
have
remember
to.
the first time when I wanted to lose weight, and I was like, I didn't look at up anything. I just knew, like, for me, seems like sugar, carbs, like I knew that they were interchangeable, but I was still like, fat makes you fat too, though. So either I'm going to try and not eat. That's pretty much what I did. But when I'm hungry, I'll eat something that's super lean.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
worked. I sucked through it, but I
I
didn't
wasn't eating
understand
fattening.
that's not
Aside
sustainable.
from the pasta, I was not eating fattening at all. As a
No,
matter of
exactly.
fact, there, because of mom and everything, I was eating a whole bunch of healthy stuff, like even all the way down to lentils at one point, but it never changed anything. You know?
No, because in my opinion now, they're not healthy. You
No,
might
that's
be
it.
able to use them
Yeah,
because don't forget, like my bias, my stance is that the real food was animal food, and it was nose to tail, and that humans were smart enough, depending geographically, to learn to use local vegetation, depending you're in the tropics, you're up like wherever, various vegetation, whether it's for medicinal reasons or for caloric intake. They were smart. They're like, wow, this is the food we need. It's limited. And if we can incorporate the nutrition here and all of the energy here, our population can expand. And that's what actually caused the expansion of the population, was our ability to produce masses amounts of sugar. No nutrients. The nutrients was always limited to the land, the natural cycle. Where we're like, we're popping out sugar, we're banging out babies, they're eating, getting fat. And it's like, yeah, I know, but they're all deficient in vitamins. They got like crooked teeth, and they're like, and if
yeah.
so we realize it's not only about calories. It's
You
really
you could
eating.
have you could have spit roasted me, and I would have smelled like a blueberry pie. Just seeping out the sugar,
No,
just
well,
turning me
but even
around.
our generation was the generation where the labels were called low fat. The minute everything was low fat, I remember seeing those
Yeah.
low fat everything. They were all high sugar, and
Yeah.
everyone was drinking, was taking these low
Sugar
fat.
Twin. I remember at work, I used to drink the Sugar Twin, saying, "Hey, right, it's not even fattening. I'll take two. Here, fuck that." Huh?
No, exactly.
You know.
People drinking diet soda that spikes insulin all day,
What
it's
about
water and
Bud
stuff like that.
Light? But it's not even Lite. It's Bud Light, Light.
That's
Right?
it. Okay, let's get back to business. So April 12th, you start this, let's say 297, likely higher a bit. Finally, you go, that's it. April 12th, what happened? You just stopped eating, or you had a, like, let's go. Day one, what happened?
Day one, after eating 3 meals like a freaking pig, I stopped
Okay.
eating and I fasted 48 hours. Then I fasted.
Wait.
Yeah,
Times three meals. Okay. Day
yeah,
one,
yeah.
you
Then
had three
I
meals, junk, like mixed, like not strategic meals, just what you were eating usually
three,
and
four,
getting
three,
ready.
four toasts and coffee in the morning with peanut butter. In the
Okay.
afternoon, I had myself a handful of chips and cheese, like I always do.
Okay.
And at night, I have myself a big ass bowl of rice, like I always do, with
Okay. So
everything.
nothing shameful.
Well, that's the big meal. That's like
Okay.
my fat meal. That's like what I eat during
Yeah.
my day, like a big, big eating day.
Okay. So
Most of the
you had
time,
that.
I would eat at 9 or 10 at night, once a day. No
Yeah.
sugar, no soft drinks,
Yeah.
nothing. Did you hear what I
Yeah.
said before about
I
Bud Light, Jason?
yeah.
That it's Light and not even Lite. It's not a light beer. It's called Light. It's like, hey, drink Bud Light. It's not light beer though. It's just freaking Bud Light.
Well, ever since Dylan Mulvaney, I don't know what it means.
Yeah,
Did
it
you
means
hear?
it means
Okay.
gay. It means gay. That's what it means.
What do you mean? I have no. All right. So you had 3 meals, just your regular meals, nothing like binging. So now day one, you do a fast, right? You just fasted
Yeah, all day fast.
48 hours or 24, and then
Tw-
20.
48 the first time.
Okay, wait. So
Yeah,
you do a 48-hour fast. How was that? Did it feel
8
easy?
with 8 almonds. I counted 8 almonds.
At what time?
The second
Well,
day, 8 hours before, it was 48
like
hours that I fasted.
36. Then
Yeah,
36 hours.
I wanted to
Okay.
continue, and
All
I
right.
said I'm not going to. So I had the 8 almonds, and I said no, I'm going to eat. But what I ate was 2 eggs, 2 hard-boiled
Okay.
eggs. Then I
Wait.
went,
You had your almonds after 48 hours and you stretched it after to 72, 3 days. When did you have the eggs? After 72.
no. I did a 48-hour fast, but
Yes.
8 hours before I got to 48 hours, I ate 8 almonds.
Okay. I
And
got
then I
that.
said, fuck it. I ate on after the
Okay.
48 hours. Then I went
Then
3 days. I went 3
okay.
days, and then after that, 8 days.
So it started with the almonds, but you were like, screw it, I'm gonna eat, then we'll
Yeah.
start over. Eggs also.
Yeah, the next. So in other words, when I start the fasting,
Yeah.
I ate after those almonds. I waited about 8 hours, and then it was at the first minute I ate 2 eggs, and then I
Okay.
fasted. I fasted 8 days. Yeah, yeah, with the 2 fucking eggs there, and
That's impressive, man.
yeah, it
And
is.
and you you didn't experience um, considering that you were eating like a lot of carbs, you're definitely not low carb. So you didn't get like standing up, feeling dizzy,
Yeah,
or
once.
feeling like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
brain
yeah.
dead for two
Day
days.
6 once. What? Okay, the first 48-hour fasting, I was fine. When I fasted 3 days,
Yeah.
after the third day, I got a brain fog, no dizziness, forgetfulness. Listening to your stream, it's like you're going, I'm not even there, not
Yeah.
there at all, But after that, I was fine the next day. But when I did the 8-day fasting on day 6, at one point I got up after talking with you in the stream. No, it just went just some white. Not at that point. I didn't get there
Right.
yet. The white, like white room. I said, whoop, like I'm sort of like I'm fainting. So I went to get water, took a sip. I was fine. Nothing
Yeah.
happened after that ever again.
Now you know salt is the best. That's a sign.
But I've been using it
It's
since.
salt.
I put it. There's some in there. I've always done that
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Oh, well, as long as you don't need a lot either.
No,
Yeah,
once a
just
day, one pinch a day. Is that it? That's what I'm
oh
doing. I
yeah.
put a big
One
pinch right
one
in the
pinch a
bottom.
day. Like I said, you're actually the first one that is using way more prolonged fasting than keto. You're doing keto
Yeah.
refeeds. So that's the only time that I would suggest, because I think that there's no harm in it, is like the Centrum vitamin for you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. That's
and
what I have.
definitely a
That's
pinch
what I'm.
of salt.
Yeah.
And I because mag sulfate, there is some in a Centrum, very little. It's not going to harm you, but it'll give you Charlie horses. But so it's fun to have some mag sulfate. If you want to get it without supplementation, it would be almonds. A lot of the nuts have mag
Right.
sulfate,
Right.
and that's for cramps.
Yeah.
And I've
Well, I
recently
had cramps. I had cramp. Well, like look,
Charlie horses. You're
yeah, but in 2 months there were 3 days of cramps. That's it. There,
okay.
it's what I was sleeping. So here, get this. I had for the first time, after the 8th day, I had 4 pork chops. Okay, because it's a
Okay.
9 pack. I can either
Yeah.
have the 5 then 4 or 4 then 5. So after the 4 pork chops, I ate and I waited 24 hours, but the next day, for the first time in all the 2 months,
Yeah.
I re-ate. It was the first time during these 2 months that I
Okay.
ate once every 24 hours, twice in a row.
Okay.
After that, now we're where we are now, and I just finished a week of fasting, and I ate today. I ate my pound of bacon, and I slapped 3 fried eggs over that. That's what I just had.
Like I've done once a 5 day fast. 48 hours, 72s are no problem. I don't find that I have to watch out very much, uh, well, overeating.
But is
But
this while
you have
working?
to be
Is this while you're
careful.
working now? Is this while you're working now?
Oh yeah, like
Well, you
I
see,
don't different.
yeah, but you see the difference.
I'm
Me,
more
the eight,
speedy when
those
I work.
8 days, those 8 days. Even if I'm doing exercise, it's not all day my exercise, but
No,
but it's a lot if you're doing the fasting and you're
yeah,
doing a lot of the walking and talking and interacting at
yeah,
the hospital.
yeah,
I'm sure that it's a lot more than just me at home where I can take my time and sit down
yeah.
and have always that relaxation in
Well,
reality.
yes, but consecutive days of pure fasting, not like, oh,
Yeah.
I've done like when I you can't reach the amount of benefit like the ketosis creating the autophagy, like the healing mechanism, stuff like that. You
Yeah.
can't. I cannot imitate that. That's straight out. You just got to have the balls to stretch it to the
Yeah,
where it
yeah,
needs to
yeah.
fit.
Well, I impressed
And,
myself. I surprised and impressed myself that I was able to do it,
and
but
I think like 7 days at a time is good. Definitely during the weight loss.
yeah.
Like I said, you're drinking. You're not confused about the water. You're wondering, should I drink more water, less water,
No,
and
no, no,
stuff.
no,
You
no, no,
drink when
no.
I'm thirsty,
I drink a
right?
lot less. I drink a lot less. Hey, listen,
I drink, yeah, when I'm
first two
thirsty.
weeks, first 2 weeks, 5 bottles. Today I have it'll be two coffees, a coffee, a tea, and I had 2 bottles of water. I mean,
And the research shows that this whole concentration on minerals that we tend to focus on when we're starting a ketogenic or any low carb diet, especially one that induces ketosis, is that this is a temporary transitional period where, because insulin in your blood has an effect on a lot of organs. One of them is the kidneys, and it says when insulin's high, meaning frequent meals, carbohydrate, insulin's always bouncing around, it actually tells you hold on to sodium, hold on to magnesium, hold on to potassium. So it
yeah,
tends to
yeah,
hold on. When you do this transition, especially if you like hardcore from night and day, kind of like, people like you, like, nah, I'm not pussyfooting. Let's do this. Let's go. Uh, you'll lose tons of water. That's like going to pee out a lot of electrolytes. And overall, there's a period where your kidney reacts to that low insulin, which
yeah,
is good for somebody obese.
yeah,
It says eliminate the sodium and stuff like that. So
yeah, yeah.
you have this period where it's like, well, somebody technically could say, well, this is not natural. Like, what, it's so complicated. You have to do this, this, this. You might get the shits. It's like, yeah, like give it 2 weeks.
Yeah, but it's sort of like a
Don't know
lasso.
the-
It's sort of like a lasso, roping, like literally, trying to grab a bull by his horns, like you do it for 3 months to try to do a rodeo. Once you get the hang of it, there, you understand. You understand your shits. You understand your urine. You understand the hydration. You
yeah,
understand the effects of dizziness, of fog. Like if you're literally going like whoa a bit, I would eat. It happened to me once, and I ate. I said, I'm just going to eat.
that's the best way. During
Yep.
fasting, we want it always to be pleasurable.
Yeah.
I've heard you mention it, or like one of your first streams that you were doing this, is that it's kind of like weight training. It's like, hey, calm down, stretch it like 24 hours a couple of times, then 48 hours, and before you know it, 3 days will be like, but 3 days was a big thing before.
Yeah.
You
Literally.
said
Yeah.
that
Yep.
instinctually, you experienced that, and it's the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Just do your intermittent fasting, then try and stretch it. And what I also use, which I rather you don't, because you seem to be able to get straight into business, is if I want somebody to benefit from the healing potential of much more prolonged, we're not talking about 16 and 8s and stuff like that. I rather tell them, please try and fast. But when you're like, I can't do it no more, have a 2, 3, 4, I don't care, 9 egg yolks, eat them, and then
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if it fails again, have as many have butter, have bacon, I don't care.
Yeah. Oh,
Continue.
listen, I cheat
Spreads
like
that.
that. Listen, at one point at 4 day, I like there's not just those days I did like 2 months. It's every week, man. I had 12 meals in 2 months.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But
Yeah.
one day, whoop, whoop, just a little bit of a. It's never a. I'm gonna puke. Like I've never ever
No, a
got
little
that
bit of
feeling.
queasiness. I've had that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, some are really sensitive. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm hungry. It's because they're thinking of hot dogs, they're thinking of French fries, you know. So what I did 2 or 3 times in the middle of a 3-day fast where I was sure I was going to eat the next day, I said, fuck it. I had one egg. I only toughed an extra
Perfect.
day, 24 hours with that fucking one egg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, hey, and then after that, I had 4 chops, and after that, another week.
Yeah.
And when I'm hungry, I eat as much as I want. Like the bacon there, the pound of bacon. A lot of
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, Bruce, be careful when you eat." Yeah, well, be
Yeah.
careful. I'm 300 pounds. My stomach, people have no idea, was this freaking big, man. My stomach, so I can fit in. Like the food's still dropping in. I don't have constipation. I don't have problems shitting it out.
No.
I mean, and sometimes I don't even crap it out. After
Yeah.
the 8-day fasting, man, zero. I ate a whole out of
Yeah.
the 9 chops. Never went to the bathroom once in a week.
Yeah.
Like my body consumed the energy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we are made of flesh, therefore, chances are, if you're eating pure flesh, not going to be much residue left.
No.
We are not plants, and we're very
Yeah.
limited because we are not ruminant animals with multiple chambers of bacteria that can, like, take benefit of cellulose and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah, when you're actually eating fat and protein, it's getting digested, and you'll have like very small turds. Very, very rarely will you go to the bathroom. A lot of people like are scared that they're actually constipated, and for some reason vegans pride themselves in
I'm not.
crap.
I'm not. I'm not.
When
I'm not
they eat.
shitting you. I'm not
Yeah,
shitting you. That when there is something that comes out
yeah,
is this size.
yeah,
Do you want to blotch out what size it was when I was 297?
yeah, yeah.
Like you understand, there's a big difference. We're
My,
shitting
my,
out a turd like this,
yeah. I
and
mean,
like
my
this.
condolences to your prior rectum.
Me there when I crap, it doesn't even dirty my ass. My ass opens up, it drops, it closes. It's like a UFO door. It just friggin'
It's a
beams
black
down
hole. It's a black hole. Has
upon
its own
demand.
gravity.
Upon demand,
You're like, you
I
don't even
feel it.
use toilet paper. You just bring that toilet paper close, and it just
It's like it's
sucks
like
in
an
because of the
elevator.
gravity.
It's like an elevator, and you feel it coming down, and it goes ding, and you just open it up, it drops, then close. Nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. And if I eat a bit of chocolate, well, then you don't even have to wipe
Oh
because
well,
it's just
then yeah, because then you
wax.
can just
The
blame
wax
it on the
chocolate.
chocolate bar.
No, but
Just
like
like,
a wax chocolate. Get a waxy chocolate, and you're good. It's just
you
enough.
know, c'est bord de chocolat.
For
Okay, let's get back serious business. Okay, so 8-day fast, um, drinking just when you're thirsty. You were taking a pinch of salt. You were taking a Centrum vitamin just to be
yeah,
on the
every day,
safe side.
every day.
So that covers pretty much everything. You
Yeah,
stopped if ever you felt anything but great.
yeah. It only happened once, and since then, like when I stopped after the 8-day fasting, I
Yeah,
wanted to do 14 days. I felt that good. And I
yeah.
said, well, I was afraid. I said, what
You
if
get
I do?
nervous.
Yeah, yeah. I was nervous. I said, what if I don't feel like I didn't want to go out in the car. I was
Yeah,
afraid that what if I faint? And then I was imagining they bring
yeah,
me to the hospital and they sit me there for 24 hours and don't feed me.
yeah.
I'm like,
There-
the guy hasn't eaten in 16 days. Like,
this weird. So this fat bastard has anorexia. You're like,
or no, worse than this. Watch the doctor. Doctor's sitting there with
I'm
his
listening.
mask.
I'm turning off the camera. I have to go pee, but I'm listening.
All right.
Go.
Doctor's sitting there. He's operating, and all of a sudden he looks in and he calls the nurse over and he says, see this fat bastard? Yeah, what? He's got nothing in his stomach. Look at that. Nothing. Look, he's empty. He's dead. And they just put me on a slab. And they just zip me up and send me down to the morgue. They
This
have to
must
put
be a new kind of fentanyl.
they have to yeah. They have to put me in sideways, in the morgue because I'm too big.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, first it was
Standing up.
fentanyl, now it's fat. Now it's fentanyl. Damn
Fentanyl, yeah.
Chinese. They're
Fentanyl.
in the
They'll
West
put
with
my they'll put my body on a pack of smokes, and it smokes with disgusting bodies are like
Well,
You know,
actually, now that you lost all the weight, now they would put your body as toxic. This guy has
yeah, yeah,
ketone flying
exactly.
through. Don't
Yeah,
take his blood. He takes cholesterol and saturated fat. It's gonna kill you.
exactly. People when they see me streaming now, they say, "Hey, Bruce, you got a new chair?" I said, "No, I just lost weight." It's always been behind me.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Usually,
No,
like
it's
the
funny
guys
because
like I'm like that, and like guys like, "Oh, you're sitting on a bench?" No, no, I got a leather chair.
dude, I showed this girl. It was on orientation and stuff like that, and she could not believe my before and after. There was one of those pictures. I mean, at this point, what it's like over 10 years ago. I have
Yeah,
this
yeah,
red shirt, a beard. I'm like fat cheeks and like reddish skin. I looked horrible. And she
yeah.
was like, she was like, well, she doesn't know you, but it was an insult, I guess. She was like, no, that's not you. That must be your brother. But she wasn't saying like because she knows
No,
you.
no,
She was just saying
I get it. Yeah, yeah.
like there, you must
It
have a
must be
brother that
someone. Yeah,
can't
yeah,
fucking.
exactly, exactly, exactly. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But yeah, no, the fasting really seriously it's like a renovator stripping the floors, stripping the walls. You wherever you are at ground zero and you start looking at the before and after, especially like you with prolonged fasting, you're going to be like laughing. You're going to be like, "Oh my god, I looked older 15 years ago."
Bro, yeah. Listen, I watch people on YouTube. There's like scary music. There's this like totally thin guy that obviously never eats very much. And he
Yeah.
goes up to the end of an island and he says, I'm going to spend 3 days on this island without any food. And then it's like, boom, boom, 10 million views and they're watching. Day one, he's scrummaging looking for food. It'd be nice doing like a side shot of a video. Me, Bruce, day one.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
Lying on the beach, waiting, counting the days. Like,
Day 7, he's like manically like talking and they're like,
yeah,
okay, he
but
has
wouldn't
no
that
blood.
be cheating? Like, when they go on an island, you gotta spend 2 weeks, you gotta survive in the wilderness. The
Yeah.
guy he goes and makes himself a little hut and he just plays Nintendo for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Technically, all you have to do is find a clean water source
Yeah,
and chill out, relax. No need to eat. Just fuck like that.
exactly.
Wait out the 21 days with water and
Exactly.
make sure you got like
Well,
a good
hey,
50
no,
pounds
wor-
before going.
worst comes to worst. No, look, you're there. You're there to fast for a whole month. You haven't eaten, and on day 21, you find 3 coconuts.
Yeah.
You're good for another week.
No,
Crazy.
it's easy. It's all these people arrive and they're not fat adapted. They are
No,
people,
no.
even athletes and stuff like that. They've never went days without, and it's like they'll go through like brain fog, and then they'll overexert themselves in this process between while they're emptying all their glucose and their body's freaking out, going, "This never happened," and they're like trying to start like being effective at like starvation mode,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
exactly.
they're active and then they're sweating because they're all on these hot islands. They're not drinking water. They're bursting out their salt, and then they're like brain fogged and they're like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly.
See, I think that if I if I was on an island with no food and I had no water. No, how about this? I had no water, but I had food. The best
Yeah,
thing that I could probably do is not touch that food at all. Okay. Enter a completely dry fasted state and hope the hell that somebody comes before I get rid of all the water in my fat. Because
yeah,
if,
yeah.
but the minute you're dehydrated and you take one meal, do you know how much water is demanded of that meal?
Oh
You
yeah,
die.
yeah, yeah. Of
You
course. I
understand?
mean, look,
Your best chance
I just ate. I
is
drank a bottle.
yeah, your best chance. That's what's crazy. The best survival chance, in my opinion, is if I have food but I don't have water, don't touch that food. The minute you eat, you're dead. just it's better to no food and hope to hell that your body's going to create this what they call biological water. You stay completely sedentary, you minimize heat, and you just don't move and hope to hell that
I'll friggin' distill my urine to get this much little bit of water out of it.
and that's
Condensate.
easy.
It's
Like
stupid.
I mean, as long as you have the sun beaming through a bowl, a glass bowl, right, and then you have a plate. All you need to do is get those water beads, right, evaporating, getting stuck on the top, and
Yep.
then dropping down on the side. That's urine, but all of the sodium, that's still you can
Exactly.
drink
Exactly.
your pee. Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly.
Okay, back to where we are. So day one, okay, you had your three regular meals. You popped a 48 hour. At 48, you had a few almonds, and then you stretched that to 72, busting that with two eggs, and then from there, two eggs, 8 days in a row.
Yeah. 8 days and then four chops, and then
How was
another
your energy?
high, very high.
Like
As a matter of
almost
fact,
like too high. Like, are you
yeah.
on cocaine high?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Crazy.
was talking like I was on speed. Yeah. Yeah. And I
And
was
not
exercising, man, 30 minutes of friggin' biking a day and 30 at night. I haven't stopped there. It's all the time.
So you
You
had
know?
increased energy, and how is your cognition? Were you
Oh
brain
shit.
fog, or were you,
No, no,
like
no, no. I was like, I was outside. Listen,
greedy
listen. I was
but making sense?
outside. I was outside at 2 in the morning, and
Yeah,
I was sneaking up on cats. I was like nocturnal. I was
yeah,
like friggin' like powerful, man. Just friggin'
yeah.
being
A lot of people complain about insomnia. Hey, Uncle Bruce. I don't even know. I don't even know. Great grandfather. Anyways, yeah. So you
great
have
uncle.
increased
Hail there.
cognition, right? Um, and then after, so your energy skyrockets, your cognition improves. So the reason that it does that is twofold. Your energy is now your fat. So your fat has zero, right?
Yep.
So your fat means that you have zero energy deficit now. You have no carbs. You're
Right.
fully fasted. Your
Right.
body understands that now. It's tapped into your body butter.
So
Like
that's why you said the weight will go down a bit less, but at least it'll be weight and it won't be just water, you know?
right, the initial loss of water is great, but it's not fat. But it's good because you need to go through those stores. But those stores initially pull a lot of your electrolytes out. So the
Right.
simplest, without trying to like prove a point, is like just salt your food, take a Centrum, take a mag sulfate, uh, and you're just gonna guarantee you have a smoother ride than like
Yeah.
for somebody to feel dizzy every time they're sitting up and stop and say, "Well, my body's telling me this ain't normal."
Oh yeah, like listen, if I would have gotten dizzy 2, 3 days in a row, I would never have fasted more than just 2, 3 days
No,
after that. But
you broke
yeah,
it when that was perfect.
I feel better on day 3 than I feel on day 1 and 2 of fasting. Day 3, you wake
Yes,
up.
because you're in deep ketosis now.
Yeah,
The cognition is improved because your body is releasing fat into the blood. The fatty acids can be used, but some of them are go to the liver and they're made into what they call ketones. Now, ketones are a superior grain fuel. They give this to Marines, ketones, like exogenous ketone
right,
powders, before they deep sea dive because it reduces it prevents seizures. Because I
right,
guess
right.
going and breathing all the oxygen on these deep sea missions, they start like freaking twigging out and they die. So they
Wow,
induce ketosis. I know that there is Exona, which I could pop up, is a pharmaceutical nutritional medication. It's powder and it's ketones. You can get that at Popeyes. And ketones helps for Alzheimer's, dementia. If you have seizures, it improves it. It increases your cognition. So it's
yeah,
pretty impressive. Now, the reason that it's like that is think of it. Me and you, Bruce, we're in the same tribe. We have no more food.
right.
What happens if now we're brain fogged? we're acting like morons, we're forgetting, we're like not motivated, we're confused, we would die. What if we don't have food and now we lack energy? How
Right.
the hell would we go get food? So your body is extremely smart. As long as you have fat stores and you're
Yeah.
not
Well, people
emaciated,
say, "Hey, eat so we'll have some energy. We'll be charged." What do you think happens? Hey,
makes
I
me
used to.
sleepy.
I used to work on cement trucks, and I used to work doing cement floors. And we'd
Yeah,
go and eat. We'd sit down, like, finally, yeah, it feels good, man. I was starved. When you
yeah.
get up after that, you don't want to do fuck all at work after
Yeah.
that.
And indeed, it's actually called the sympathetic nervous system. The adrenaline one is called fight or flight. And the other one is actually called rest and digest. Yet they will still tell us to eat before activities when it actually makes you want to rest and digest.
Yeah, I was doing the bust and fart. The bust and fart system one. You did where you eat too much and you just want to, oh, do I go for a crap or do I lie down first? It's like
Me, it just feel it. You're gonna feel this when you have such a profound change in your not only your weight but your health and your ability to manipulate your weight like this when you want, and understanding that's actually not that complex. A few nutrients and a few hormones flying
yeah, of
around.
course.
Eat
Yeah,
this,
absolutely.
does that. Oh, that makes you fat. Okay, do this, and people can catch on. But like you said, I was speaking to a vegan, and what I told him, and I was honest, I'm not doing it this year, but I have, let's say, chickens. Okay, a lot, 32 chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that my ancestors and stuff, and all these healthy cultures lived on three foods, maybe. They didn't have a million kinds of meats. They weren't like, yeah, up in the Scottish Isles, we had a little bit of pork on Wednesday, and then we had a little. No, it was like no, we could eat at the shoreline, and we managed to grow some oats. So we were very limited as well in the staples that we ate that we eat.
She's got your pen.
Yeah, she's not gonna keep it. Thank you. She was like, I was like, wow, she's really allowing me to bring her down. She's like, she has a machete.
Yeah.
It was just a pen.
Yeah.
It wasn't even on.
You just see a switchblade.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like a butterfly knife.
Okay, so yeah, when I was talking about eating ethically and stuff like that, like seriously, if you have your own chickens, you're not causing any death. You don't need a wide variety of different meats. You can survive on like eggs as your animal source and stuff like that.
It blew my mind that 12 eggs in my mason jar here with vinegar in it.
I love it. Yeah,
It lasted me almost 2 months. And I said, imagine, like, I'm talking about a scenario, an end of the world scenario. No,
yeah,
there's no grocery stores, there's no food left. And
yeah.
like you're even like half radiation, you're dying. You can live for months until somebody comes to save you if you can fast for real
Yes.
there.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
as
I
long
can,
as you have fat stores, you're fine.
yeah, yeah,
You'll survive.
exactly.
The minute
Exactly.
your fat stores are depleted, it will eat your muscle, it will eat your organs. It's smart. It won't eat your brain first, but it'll start with your muscle. When your
Oh yeah,
muscle's
yeah.
down, it'll remove your collagen. When your collagen's down, it'll start going after organs that are not essential. It'll probably go into kidney failure. So yeah, you will eat yourself. There is a benefit, and to be honest, it's what I think vegans experience their first year. It doesn't matter. Just the fact that they're not eating like modern garbage and they're starting with all the fruit and vegetables. To me, what I think it is, it's a fast, and they feel
Yeah.
great. And it's like, yeah, guys, it's the food you eliminated. It's not what you're eating. You could feel amazing for the next year, like my brother, not eating.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
then they think it's because, oh yeah, it's all the micronutrients. Like micronutrients. Look up animal food. You have all the nutrients there. Look up plant food. It's like, oh yeah, there's provitamins. The vitamins are not even in the form that's absorbable. They're pro. They're like precursors. So we've been brainwashed to say like, oh yeah, all these colorful fruits and vegetables, that's where you get the vitamins. That's a load of crap.
Yeah.
It's not true. Yes, you will need to incorporate some plant material because you do not eat like your ancestors. You think liver. At the very least, eat some raw liver. Now it's gross. Okay, well then you're not eating like your ancestors. You can still keep the majority animal food, but yeah, go after some fruits and berries and here and there. Get that vitamin C in there.
Yeah.
There are extreme carnivores that are like almost religiously trying to prove a point, like, nope, I've been living on ribeye. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
is it even
Yeah.
ethical, or are you just trying to like obsess that you can do it?
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
could. But now we have dangerous carnivores saying, yeah, you can, but you don't need to eat all the organs. You don't need the bone marrow. You don't need bone broth. And now they're like, yeah, you can just live on a round steak. That's dangerous. So you see that
Yeah.
they snatch on to a movement and they try and pull it to extremes. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I do not think the keto is extreme. Keto is just ample amount of animal food with some side dish of like something that's not pure sugar, like
Yeah.
starches, like
Exactly.
potato.
Exactly.
It's like
And I
what's
quit it
in,
right. I quit it all. Like I don't want nothing. Why
yeah,
just like I could have done it, and in 2 months I probably would have lost 22 pounds or maybe 44 pounds in 2 months if I would have
yeah,
just done dieting. But no way. I mean, if I can
yeah.
do it.
Like what we'll have to do, and like maybe I'll even incorporate JD with it, or me and you, we can use it as a live stream. I do want as for your refeeding, because you're going to attain your normal weight quite rapidly. This ain't
Yeah.
going to be a
Soon.
3 year
But
process.
you didn't even
And
ask me how
you'll
much I
have to,
weighed. You know how much I weigh
and- well, you said like 240 or something, or
right now?
yeah,
I'm 231.
231.
Yeah. I lost 22 pounds this month, 44 last month, 66 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm 231 now after eating.
Okay, wait. Okay. I don't want to lose my track. For the refeeding, we will have to be strategic and go through each. Okay, Bruce, where are you getting the A's? Where are you getting all the B's? Where are you getting the C, D, E, K? And we'll go through it. These are found all in animal food. Vitamin C. Don't think me and Bruce are going to be like chomping down on raw liver. Let's
No.
incorporate some berries here and there.
Yeah,
Some
I
lemon
eat
balmer.
blueberries, strawberries
That's
sometimes.
it. Without having to ingest like so much to be scarfing on tons of fruit, because fruit keeps me fat. When I buy
Yeah,
my frozen
for
berries there,
sure.
I eat
For
a
sure.
trough of it there with some
Well,
cream, and I'm
well,
pudgy.
that's my problem. Me there. I mean, have you ever eaten blueberries with sprinkled sugar on top of it, and you put it in the microwave just to get warm a little bit? Oh,
Only if it's in a trough.
it's like a
Michelle
pie.
always calls it. Let me show you my trough. Sorry.
You mean like a horse trough?
Example.
Right there on the counter.
Hey, all of Jason's community, subscribe to Bruce T's All. Subscribe to Bruce T's
Yeah.
All.
This is a side. This actually has chips, which I'm not eating. This is
What's
from
that? That's my
gathering yesterday.
that's my cereal
Pretty,
bowl.
pretty huge, right? The size of my hand.
That's
So
my
I would
that's my
fill this with like the frozen berry bag.
And don't even
And
say
that's-
halfway.
that's my
3
cereal
times.
bowl.
Well, until it's gone.
Until
Jason.
a kilo of berries is gone.
Yeah.
A
That's
kilogram
my
of
cereal bowl.
berries. You fill
Yeah,
it
exactly.
once.
But yeah, I'll my
Jason.
appetite will
And
be.
then the next
That's
day,
my
he
cereal
complains that his back hurts.
That is true. Wait, listen to this. Every single time I eat a bag,
That's my
of these,
cereal bowl.
you know what happens? My lower back lock up, and it flares up. I can't even sit up straight. Every single time I binge on the berries. Now, is it because there's pesticides that are there that I'm just eating like like 2.5 kilograms of pesticide residue, or is it the literal anti-nutrients that might be in there? But I know one thing, and it's Michelle that noticed. Every single time I start binging on the fruits, berries, I'm like, oh my god, my back, oh my god. And
That's
she's
like
like,
my cereal bowl.
you had your berries. I'm like,
That's like my cereal bowl that you just showed.
oh yeah, that would have been my cereal bowl too. But a box it.
No,
That's
that filled with Lucky Charms. You know I didn't drink milk, eh?
yeah.
I eat my cereals with water. You know that?
Why? I would eat it with milk.
It is good, dude.
Milk
Freezing
is better.
water. No. Freezing water on cereals. My gosh, that is so good.
Come here. Come
Oh,
here.
hold on.
Grandpa's looking at Bruce. Oh,
You need to locate the size on these little guys. Oh, wow.
more. What's that?
I don't know, but it sounds like there's a
Ooh.
train coming.
Oh. Hey, look, what's that? She's like,
God,
I
this
don't
lady
like it.
not seen.
Harmonica. Music.
Go. No.
She's like, really? Really?
This is what Michelle looks like when I ask her, "Hey, look, can you just watch one of my videos? It's funny." This is what she does. Michelle, are you watching this? And then I'm good for like 3-4 months. Then for some reason I get my confidence back, and I'm like, "No, you got to watch this. It's funny." No, I'm telling you. And then she does this. Watch. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Michelle's face watching my videos. And the cycle goes on and on.
Because I heard your video being edited for you.
All right.
Still in your pen again.
Ah.
Well,
Now she won't want to leave because I was playing harmonica. Watch.
Well, no, it's because usually this is the time that I like. This is the time where I'm hers. Oh my god, I feel horrible now.
Here, I'm sitting next to Grandpa.
I should have hid. Come on.
You don't have
Give me
to
1
hide.
sec, Bruce.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, me too. Oh.
You don't have to hide. You can sit in her chair next to Grandpa. I'm
All
gonna
right.
give her a couple of these, and I'm gonna go make today's
Good.
breakfast for supper. Hey, he's looking so
We're gonna have
talented.
steaks for supper. How about that?
So this day on Monday's Keto stream, Jason sits down and tells you about ketogenic diets while his granddaughter eats chips. All right. It's like my next customer.
Oh, can I have that?
Chips.
Like a Christian that sells like Buddha statues. It's like just weird. It's like no, that doesn't
Wouldn't
make
that be
sense
funny?
together.
You knock at the door. Hi, we're from the Christian Foundation. Are you interested to buy our little satanic statues? what the hell is this about? You know. Hello. Hello.
All right. Okay. She's quiet again. So, okay. So you did 1 day and then you did the 8th day. So you also noticed that your energy levels were consistent, eh? Like
Yeah,
more
lots of
consistent than
push-ups.
you eat. Just
Yeah, and I wouldn't get tired. Like I'd do 50 push-ups and then I'd go, oh, if that's enough for today. I'd sit down 5 minutes, I'd get back up again, and then I'd get up again, do it again, do it again, do it again. I was like totally, how's it going, buddy?
Noah.
Yeah, buddy. I don't give family
one
names.
nurse. There was one nurse. I think she was just on 2-day fast, and same thing. You know, like she was in ICU, and she sees me. She's like, "Oh my god, I fasted 48 hours." And you're like, "All right."
Yes,
You look
I
crazy.
know. And she said, all I ate were those peanut bags. Oh.
Yeah, and the increased cognition, we could look at multiple PubMed studies that basically show improvements in depression, mood stabilizing effects, improvements in epilepsy, improvements in Alzheimer's and dementia. It's weird because it's not that like this is a new thing that they're finding. It's like, isn't it? It's like, guys, we're calling it like low carb, high fat, and all that, but it used to be like this. That's why we called it low fat. We were doing all this, and we didn't have the Alzheimer's, and we didn't, because then they go, oh, so this is like a fat diet that just heals everything. Well,
Was
it's
like,
how we used to eat, and we've only been sick for about 130 years. So
so I
yeah,
haven't done any groceries except for like a handful of things. I'm eating out of the freezer since April, because I don't need anything. I pull out a little pack of
yeah.
something and I eat it, and then and
I, I
I got
told
rid of everything else. I got rid of everything else. I have nothing else in the house. I don't have chips here. I
oh,
don't have any more sauces or rice or potatoes or
there
noodles.
there there's a vegan named something McCaffrey, and I told him that. I said, listen, I said, do you acknowledge that your diet indirectly and unintentionally,
Got you, bro.
okay, for every vegan, not only vegan, but all omnivores that are purchasing all this plant food, do you acknowledge that you relying solely on the plant food and rejecting for ethical reasons the animal food because of death and suffering? Do you acknowledge that in reality there are some animals that die with plant agriculture? And they'll admit that. So I
Oh
said,
yeah.
well, how many animals do you think died for your vegan menu? Getting poisoned by rodenticides, pesticides, fungicides, getting shot down, like the wild pigs and stuff they eat, like they just ravage the
Yeah,
crops.
it's like a cow for 10 families or
Yeah.
something, you know.
So the guy said 1,000. And I was like, to win the argument, all I needed was actually a tie. I needed two. Because I was honest. I said, it's not this year, but this year I have 32 chickens. And I can survive days fasting and replenishing with just chicken eggs.
Well,
I
of
said,
course.
but I'm gonna buy a cow, okay, and that cow is gonna feed my family the way we eat,
Yeah.
okay, over 2 years. But let's put
If you have even a little bit more chickens, you'll be able to make some friggin' fur coats.
yeah, chicken coats. But
Walk around
what if
feathers.
I
Fuck the
decide, you know
government.
what? I'm
Screw
going
the
to
system.
survive off my chickens. I'm going to buy one pig that I'm going to feed the leftover scraps to make it food. It's not wasted. I'm feeding my waste to the pig, and a cow. And that's all I'm doing. I'll eat the
Yep.
berries in my backyard. I'll eat seasonally. Willing to do that. If I ate that way for over 2 years, my family would cause two deaths for a whole family over 1 year. And the vegan was willing to admit 1,000 death. And I said, "Ah, forget about 1,000, 100 I give you." And then he's like, I'm like, forget about 50 I give you, 10 I give you. And then after, when I got to the point that my way minimizes the maximum, it is the best way to minimize is to have chickens, survive on the chickens, and kill two animals that were raised not in a barn, like not isolated. Because the vegans like to talk about suffering. So I said, okay. So I said, my cow and my pig that lived over here with my neighbor had a great life and was killed pretty fast. I said, how much suffering? I said, the equation for me, suffering is duration multiplied by intensity. I said, mine's a pretty short duration
Yeah.
and it's a pretty short intensity. And on top of it is two deaths for over 2 years to feed one family, right? Then I said, how about you? I said, screw the 100. I said, 50. I said, I bring it down to 10. I could bring it down. Hey, I bring it down to 5 animals have died in the wild. I said, if that animal died of rodenticide, that's an anticoagulant. It slowly started bleeding into its abdomen, slowly starting to like hemorrhage into its brain, and then like flops over, and another animal that's a little bigger eats it, and then and then you get these second, third, fourth degree poisonings in these basically farming chemicals and things like that. So this one little mouse that ate the rodenticide that hemorrhaged over 3, 4, 5 days. The lowest they say is 3 to 7 days. 3 days then. Give it one day. It died early. How many seconds did my animal suffer, and how many seconds did your animal suffer? Your animal at best suffered tens of thousands of seconds. The intensity was high because it wasn't.
Put it in the fridge so it cools off
Even
fast.
the worst slaughterhouses, the guy just wants to go home. He just
Like
wants
people are getting mad at people killing for meat, and literally I would really tease them with the fact that Why are you going against God? God gave me that animal to eat
Yeah.
for free. As a matter of fact, it's written in the Bible that you could do what you want with animals. Actually, it doesn't
Yeah.
even say not to have sex with them. That's the worst.
It says against sex, yes, but
Good.
not
Thank
against
you,
food.
God.
I'm like,
Thank
it
you,
says
God, for thinking of
specific.
that
Pop that
one.
shit right up now.
Yeah. No, but it's true. It's like people are like, "Oh my God, you're hurting fish." Oh, come on. I
Yeah.
mean, what do you want us to eat? Children? I mean,
Well,
like, I don't
for
know,
me, the
horses?
most extreme is like, okay, look, take care of your chickens as pets and just eat them. They're gonna plop out anyways. They're not plopping out because there's a rooster did something. They plop out without the rooster.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
by the
yeah.
way, I'm an idiot. I had no idea that when it came out, it was a fleshy placenta bag. I thought they came out
Yes.
like eggs.
Yeah,
No,
I know, me
just
too.
it just
Actually,
comes
when
out.
when they're floppy, it's a defect.
No, when they first pop out of whatever the
I've had
chicken
one lay out into my hand.
hard.
Yeah, it's really stiff, but like
Okay.
it's not completely
Hard,
floppy.
stiff.
You have to squish
Get the
it.
hell away.
You have to squish it. You can feel the squish, but
But
it's
it's like
a
not-
very textured squish.
All
It would be
all
like-
of the hard, squishy, stiff, they're all bad adjectives.
we go.
Everyone is assuming
like
all sorts
squishing
of
an
stuff.
eyeball.
I got bread.
Okay, am I the only one that's held an eyeball?
Get away from me.
Hey, listen, he knows. We both worked at that same place. We
Yeah,
those,
Bonnie
hey,
Best.
yeah, don't mention the name. So, anyways,
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
place inside, I used to do a whole bunch of different jobs, and one of the jobs at one point I got a chance of doing was to look at the eggs coming through. It was looking like Jurassic Park. It was horrible.
Was it like did they still call it candling, where they put a light and
It's always called candle.
they call
Yeah, and you're seeing it go by, and you're seeing like a whole slew of friggin' creatures going by. Some of them like there's two heads and something like, oh my, what the hell? And you're like, see those? That's what we look at. I'm like, so what are you looking at? And he's looking up. What the fuck is that in the thing in these
it's
little?
gross because it's very
We took,
cultural.
we took out the blood eggs. There's an egg that the yolk is completely red. It's pure blood. It's pure blood that you
Yeah.
put in your pan. It'd
But
be the last egg you had.
the Asian cultures, they purposely eat the egg with an embryo kind of thing in it. Like
Yeah.
you still see some
Like a
cartilage.
little hard boiled.
So it's very cultural.
Right. They
There's
also
some-
eat that soup. So
All right, wait. So
so
we know-
Oh,
So-
I'm always very offended when there's a red spot in my egg.
so you've
I
been
guess,
consuming. So this is for other people that are doing like Bruce. So Bruce is consuming a normal amount of water when he's thirsty. He's not going out of his way, but he is also drinking water.
two
You're
bottles a
taking-
day and 2 coffees, 3 coffees
Okay.
all
You're
day.
taking, to be on the safe side, Centrum.
Yep,
right?
every day.
Pretty much has everything. A little bit of salt. A
Yeah,
splash of salt.
I take
in
a
your
splash
bottle.
one day, and vitamin C. Sometimes I'll every month I could maybe take 2 or 3 pills. I don't.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
mean, if you're taking the Centrum, it probably has the
Yeah,
minimum.
yeah.
Supposedly, I'd be curious how much because I have Centrum upstairs too. If you're eating like a ketogenic diet, all you need is 10 milligrams of vitamin C to achieve to prevent scurvy.
Okay, yeah, right.
Because this is not me in detail. It's saying that
But I'm not a pirate, so
carbohydrates, the glucose, and the vitamin C, they compete for the same entry into cells. So if you're eating tons of carbohydrates, the little vitamin C is trying to get in, but there's like too much glucose. The minute you
Yeah.
eliminate the glucose, the vitamin C doesn't need to be abundant because it's not competing because there's so little glucose. So it's so different. It's like, oh, so when you're in ketosis, you need more salt, but if you're not, you need less salt. If you're doing carbs, you need more vitamin C, but if you don't, you need less. So it's like all of these things are not even being examined because who's going to be like, yeah, I'm a scientist. I'm going to waste my career on ketosis and stuff like that. It's not something that's going to be funded readily. I still have tons of good science out there. It's nothing new at all. So okay, you did the 8th day. You had the good energy, good cognition. We understand why.
yeah.
Then after the first 8th day, so
For John.
What'd you do after that long stretch? Did you eat a few days, or you just had
No,
again?
no, never. Four chops, 3 eggs, 4 chops, 3 eggs,
Okay.
bacon, 4 chops, 3 eggs, a bit of hamburger meat, and
That's
eggs.
what you've been going on.
Yep, nothing else. I had
Mhm.
one batch of salad out of all of that. Again, you got to add at the beginning there, the first week there. I hated having the bag of almonds because
Yeah.
it was like, oh, I can grab 8 almonds and just keep it. Like, why?
They're
Like
quick.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped.
Yeah.
So so it's like it's hiding under some ice and stuff at the back of the fridge. But it's
Yeah.
control. It's good control. And I did the first month with all that food still in there, like the cheese and everything. I didn't touch it. Didn't touch
Yeah.
it at all. I gave it all to my son.
That's what I was saying to the vegan that I had a conversation. I was actually probably quite rude and arrogant, but it got on my nerves, the fact that I was like, listen, I'm raising the chickens. They're gonna lay the eggs anyways. I'm taking care of them like pets. You know what? When they stop laying, they're allowed to retire, and I'll still feed them till they die. And I said, and then after I strategically go see a local farmer that has not a mass production, just a few freaking cows and pigs, I slaughter them at his farm. I know where they were, how they were raised, and now I have like food for my family for 2 years, and I caused two animals that lived well to suffer a fraction of a second. And I was like, and you are completely vegan, dependent on going to the grocery store, getting all sorts of fruits, all sorts of genetically modified
Yeah.
fruits and vegetables all year round, fruits and
Like,
vegetables.
you know what? And they got mad. One vegan came on my channel. I said, you're talking about me killing off animals. Do you have any effing idea how many bees and insects that you kill on one tree to get your
Yeah.
freaking apple?
Yeah.
One tree.
No, exactly.
Every insect that's around that perimeter for like 10 miles, all in
But
those orchards,
a funny one is a short video JD posted where oh my God. You have to show it, brother.
He already
It's
showed
really
the
well-
entire world.
Well, it's really well
You
done.
just didn't see him.
No, but get close. Like that is like,
Yeah, I saw it.
hello, cherries.
You know what? You come out of a cornfield, and I don't care how big the guy is, he's gonna cry like a baby when he sees that guy coming out of the cornfield.
Yeah, it is. Gluten's never been so frightening.
One more bite. These are today's.
It'd be funny if he just had a sign, Noah, with that mask saying, "My dad made me fast." Well,
No,
my dad makes me fast.
no, I have to tell them to eat. Like Josiah and Noah are like pretty lean and ripped, but like I have to tell them, like, guys, you're young.
You are what you eat.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was a
I
fat
can't
pig.
eat either.
But I told this vegan, I said, listen, I said, I'm causing less than 2 deaths.
Yeah.
You've admitted to 1,000 deaths of wild animals indirectly. I said, I've brought it down to 5. And I said, I win. I said, because the original, I go, for some reason, YouTube now is allowed to change definitions. YouTube, veganism, the headquarters is on YouTube. Because the minute that you bring something and debunk them, they're like, and they actually changed the definition on YouTube, and you see the definition change online. But it used to be to minimize whenever, as much as possible, whenever possible, the suffering and the utilization or taking advantage.
You're asking me how much meat I eat a week. I said I'm a cannibal. I kill a guy a week.
And the thing is, like, how many people are able to gorge on steak? I told the guy, I said, listen, I said, since I do this there, I said, I have a cow and a pig and chickens, no deaths with the chickens, a cow and a pig. I feed my family for well over a year. I said, I am so satiated that I can go 3 months easily without eating anything. And
Yeah.
I'm at my ideal body weight. He goes, if you're not losing weight, all you're doing is eating more food on the days you are eating. In a way, it's like, fine, you're right. I was on JD's channel and I was drilling this guy. I was really actually rude, a bit arrogant, and like I wasn't giving him a chance like usually they did to JD. So I was kind of like trying. JD was actually telling me to like calm down, no, let him answer. I was like, stop it, JD. I wanted to go after him, I was like a little bulldog that week. But anyways, all that to say is that I was like, no, it's not true. Yes, we are all fat. We are constantly fat and hungry. We are craving all the time. We're fighting. We're feeling guilty. What I'm telling you, Mr. Vegan, is once I started eating animal food, and I laid off the carbs, my appetite like went down. I'm hardly hungry. I am at my ideal body weight, and I saved tons on groceries because I'm not like constantly stuffing in food. And he blew it off, and I said, I'm more economic. I'm
I'm
more
still able
green.
to have a big lunch though. Like, you know what I mean? Like I went a week there and I sat down and I had myself 4 chops and 3 eggs, and it's like no
Yeah.
problem there. I had no problems eating that. But
Well, good.
I'm a big enough guy there. I mean, it's a bit
Yeah,
normal for
yeah.
me. For me, there 4 chops and 3 eggs is effing funny
That's
because
a lot. Yeah.
I would have added noodles, sauce, and
Yeah.
cheese in that. You know, I
Then
wouldn't have.
the next thing we got to do is once we get our health in check, then me and you, we buy half a cow, or
That we
we split it with somebody,
that we
because
are good for the year.
JD did make a good point. He's like, okay, so you guys are eating, not the Canadian beef is that bad. There's a big
No.
difference of beef. They're up in Alberta in the grasslands, but I do believe they're grain finished and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I rather support a local farmer. But he is right by saying, look, go see the local farmer that has the cow in the field. First of all, he's being strangled anyways. Go
Yeah.
buy it from him directly. And if you have these cows that are from start to finish eating grass, their omega-3 is higher. Their omega-6 is less. So I
Yeah.
keep on talking about this omega-3 to 6, avoid the seed oils, eat these foods. For sure, somebody eating only in the grocery store, pushing their ass to the exterior proximity of all the meat, fish, dairy is going to be wonderful. But we still, if we want to be able to go like to a vegan, we should say, yeah, well, I'm more ethical than you. I got my
Yeah.
crap together, but on top of it, around here, I buy with a group, and we cause this many deaths for this many families, and then we can change, because this whole vegan agenda is dangerous. It's not that it's a farce, or it's being pushed by big globalists, by the
Yeah.
World
Of
Economic,
course.
by
Of course.
policy makers, and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. They're like, let's get these guys. And when the World Economic Forum says you'll have no privacy and you'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you
Exactly.
own nothing, that's the minimalist movement. People
Yeah.
that virtue signal by going, I share with everybody. I don't have a car. I don't have a this,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
all
Yeah. Yeah.
happy. And it's like I live in this mini house. It's basically a flatbed that looks like a trailer that can get blown like aside. So that's the minimalist movement. And then you have the plant-based movement. So they're pushing like, yeah, don't own a house, don't own anything.
Yeah.
Just why would you want land where you can like raise chickens and goats, and you can go like this to the grocery store and raise your
Exactly.
own and go off
That's
grid?
why
And
they don't want people starting
wow.
communes. They don't want people having solar panels. They don't want people,
No,
digging their own wells and stuff.
no.
Now in the States, there's a ban on gas heating, gas stoves.
Gas stoves. All of a sudden, gas stoves are bad. They're still not telling you about seed oils that are like destroying us. It's
Of
like,
course,
you
of
want
course.
to know the secret? They took away the animal fat, they added way too much sugar, and they
Yeah,
transitioned the small amount of fat that was left to seed oils,
yeah,
and we're
yeah,
dying. That's it.
yeah. That's straight
Let's
up.
demonize the animal fat. Let's demonize animal protein. Let's give them seed oils and sugar cane. Let's push them all of these freaking fields and fields. Let's make high fructose corn syrup. Let's just make
Yeah,
sugar cane, maltodextrine. Let's just
exactly.
make sugar in seed oil.
It's all
And
good stuff. It's all good. It's simple. If you want to know what's healthy for you, taste something. Oh, was that good? Oh, I love it. Is it fattening? Yes. If it tastes good, it's fattening. It's
yeah.
simple. If it tastes green and bitter, it's
Well,
healthy.
It's on the inside of the grocery store.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like now you do notice the difference. Now you know, because obviously you fasted days. You know the
Yeah.
difference now between hunger and craving.
Yes.
And did you
Craving,
notice that
hunger.
yeah, and hunger means that it takes days in between hunger, and that same food that you're eating over and over, you could eat, and it's like a orgasm in your mouth. It's like an explosion
That's why
because
people want to eat. Like,
when
oh, I
people
like that
are
Smartie ice cream. Smartie ice cream. Oh,
yeah,
crave.
yeah,
I
and they're
could
like,
have
oh,
one
that's
at
restrictive. That's boring. It's like, no, because you're a sugar junkie. You
yep,
want your fix every 3 hours. You know what?
yep.
That's not hunger. That's you're an addict and you're screaming for your little fix and you're going through withdrawals because it's been only 3 hours and you're really fat and you're flopping, doing like bacon almost. And it's
The
like
more
you're
you
acting
eat,
like a
the
drug
less
addict. You're a
energetic you
carb
are. Yeah.
addict.
The more you eat, the less energetic you are. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't do too much activity because there's a danger for you shitting on someone's bench. And
Yeah.
think of it. When you have a
Yeah.
big meal, you don't see people jumping over fences and running. And me,
No,
I get
it's
up in the morning.
rest and digest. It
Yep.
is the parasympathetic nervous system that activates. You ingest food, the insulin spikes, your cells are relaxing, opening up. They just want to get the nutrients in, makes you want to sleep. And they're like, oh no, it's like it's always the opposite. It's like, yes, fast all throughout the day while you're active. At the end of the day, eat a nice big meal. Then you feel tired, you watch
Yeah.
TV and you fall asleep, and it's perfect. It
Yeah.
means your sympathetic is driving you during the day. You eat your meal. You want to sleepy. You're not starved. You can go days without eating. Your energy is more stable. Your cognition, you're smarter, but it's not sustainable. You know what I mean? Then they lie to
Yeah.
you, and then
Yeah.
they'll say, "Yeah, I know, but when you stop it, you'll get fat again." Yeah,
Yeah. I know everyone tells me it's like, well,
yeah.
don't stop.
Don't stop being a cokehead. Every time he stops coke and he goes back to it, he screws his life up.
Exactly.
So don't stop. No, it's what it's telling you is, yeah, you ate that way, everything went right. You tried to go back the way they told you to eat, everything sucked. You went back, it worked. You came back, it sucked.
Done, sweetie? You want more?
It's insane.
Are you all finished?
sure.
Let me just check
Would you like to
out
get down?
some of the comments if there are any.
I shared your link in the community this morning.
Oh, great, thanks, man.
Boy, what was that?
Yeah, there's a lot of
about?
comments. Okay, good.
You wanna come down?
Yeah, so just
You wanna
gonna.
get down and go play?
I don't see them because I'm on StreamYard. I don't open.
No, that's it. I'll spit them out.
Take this.
Oh yeah. I
At the
know.
start, it's just it's Bruce and Darla Lama just saying hi. Okay, ba 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 ba. This is like at 6 o'clock. Nicole shows up at 6:12. She thanks Darla for posting this stream in Darla's community. She as well shared. And then Bruce shows up. Bruce is sharing the links. Eliel's Valhalla shows up. I show his other crazy music Space Jam channel. I tell him that if you're a musician, that you should go there because I guess you guys all do live and play instruments and stuff. So I try to encourage him. Je suis venu mettre mon pouce. J'ai plus de données aux vitesses. So Elias just came to give a thumbs up because his dad was
he has to fix his connection in a couple of days. So he's like low connection. So it must be like lagging continuing.
Bro, I'm almost done, sweetheart. Yeah, I'll hold her. Well, we're almost done. We're not going to stay too much longer there. Ding, ding.
I have like a box of 80 things like that. I could be with a baby and just every 5 minutes, I don't even have to stop watching TV, and I just go like, they stop. And I go to the next item.
There you go. I'll let her just Google. There you go. Enjoy. Bribe her. All right. Then after Nicole's just talking, saying hi, Leah shows up, says hello to Nicole. Bruce, I call you Friday. Elias is saying he'll call Friday. Bruce is blowing something.
I thought it was no.
Bruce, energy don't work good with technology.
The Thunderer Acme company.
Thank you so much, Jason.
When I take pictures beside icy riversides, I bring the whistle in case I can just see myself on the ground. I'm paralyzed, like help. Trying to.
No, we give that to people like, okay, so you're gonna need to adapt to keto. If you have a problem, just make sure to press live on StreamYard and use this whistle. You see a bunch of like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
all right. I just burned a lot of calories sawing down red tip shrub limb
I
by
just burned a lot
TC.
of calories.
I'm like, and I'm leaning from the bottom of my. Sorry.
No New Year's Day, and I'm not blind.
Me.
He's
Okay.
not blind. I'm just pretending to be blind to get my pay. Oh. But what
I'm
it
dragging her into it.
is something you made of. He used to swing so much. Remember, he used to hit the microphones and everything.
Actually, she's texting you now on the phone saying, "Stop it! They're unsubscribing, Bruce."
His community's blind anyways. I don't know what I'm
That's it.
doing.
All right, I'm just blasting.
He's not blind though. Did you ever see the videos? He's for real not blind, eh?
Yeah, I mean, at one point, like I heard something
Oh
about that.
no, yeah,
Maybe he
Shaquille.
sees like shadows and he was just playing it.
No,
a
no,
little.
no. Shaquille O'Neal. He walks into an elevator. He walks into an elevator. He walks into the elevator. He turns. He clicks on 3. Goes, "Hey, Shaq." He's right there. Shaq O'Neal. He walks in the elevator. He's blind. Turns around. Clicks on 3. Goes, "Hey, Shaq." Shaq's behind him in the elevator. He even drove.
Maybe,
He drove
maybe
in the
like
car.
yeah, but you know when you're blind, you have like heightened smell. You could smell like the NBA, ring maybe or something. No, I'm joking.
I don't think so. Like he felt its heat or something.
Yeah.
He's a big Shaq.
The
That must be
Shaq
Shaq.
effect.
How's it going, Shaq? Oh.
He says, "Yeah, all the blood goes to the stomach to digest. I like the rest and digest, but not in the middle of the day." Yeah, no, exactly. Even just is it the GSP Justin St. Pierre? What's his first name? George St. Clair. George St. Pierre. He was a UFC like champion for
Oh
for
yeah.
Montreal.
Okay.
And the same thing at the end there. That's what they were saying. Like no, you fast. You go into your fight fasted. He
Oh
goes, you
yeah.
don't eat before. He goes, do you want to be a hungry lion or a fed lion? And it's true. Like, who has been like at work, like, oh my God, oh, the cafeteria's closed? Oh no, I didn't eat. I got to take a nap now. No,
Oh
of
my
course not.
God,
You're like
guys!
freaking out. You're aggressive. You're like,
I didn't eat breakfast this morning, and I'm doing a 12-hour shift.
yeah, no, you're
It's like now,
complaining. You're wide awake.
but it's
You're-
mean of me. It's mean of me to do that because it's like honestly, I do the same. But
no, but
after
it's
fasting,
yeah, but it's
after
really.
fasting, I laugh at people that say I'm hungry. Oh my
I know.
God, the kids didn't eat supper. I'm like, they're
Oh, I
not
know.
gonna
And like
die.
people are like, "Oh my God, Jason, you have such a self control," and I'm like, "No, I don't." I'm like, if I go and have some junk food, give me an hour, and I will, be in a weird dumpster beside a corner store eating like a Haagen-Dazs Richard D with
Yeah,
Twizzlers, hidden, crying and weeping
yeah, exactly,
shamelessly. Like
exactly.
it has nothing to do with self-control. When I'm on carbs, I'm constantly hungry. I'm like binge eating. I'm hiding because I'm like, well, I'll show them 2 of them, but I had 3 before I got here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, no, I love carbohydrates. I'm not like I'm anti-carbs because I love carbs.
Yeah,
Okay,
same here.
I can't moderate. They don't
Same
do the
here.
right thing for me. If I
What
was
I
a
would have
young,
had to do, I would have preferred fasting and having someone coming to change. I would have loved somebody to be in charge of the camera.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been smart to do a live stream on my fridge 24/7 and not stop it and just like sneak by sometimes to try like go low and get water or something like an aid or something, you know.
It's like I'm not talking about a young guy. You know, when you're young, you can eat crap, but the young guy starts eating carbohydrates, but he's jacked. He's playing hockey 3 times a week. He has muscles. He can jam in the sugar in there, and he stays very fit. And yeah,
Yeah.
like more power to you. I'm talking to the fat bastards that are confused, that are being lied to, that are not athletes, that will never be athletes. They're
No.
they're fat. They just want to lose the weight, feel better, do a
99%
little bit
of
of
people
exercise.
99% of people don't understand it. You know, there's this beautiful young girl on YouTube. She must weigh about 400 pounds.
Yeah.
She has a pretty face. You could see that she would be, yes, and she would have an incredible, beautiful body and face for sure if she lost the weight. And she
Yeah.
was 290. Then she went to 390, 490, 590. But here's the thing: she started a weight loss channel at 267. And
Yeah.
now, 2 years later, she's 600 pounds.
Yeah, but is she doing that opposite, that body positivity movement where
Listen,
it's like it's not true? Being obese is
no.
healthy.
She goes, I've been drinking this drink. They said it was a low calorie diet drink, and it's not making me lose weight. And look at me, look at my arms. And she's like flipping out. It's like, well, stop drinking that shit. And she goes, I had an energy bar. She goes, that's all I eat. And the guy, then his dietitian comes on. He goes, energy bars has 6 times more sugar than O. Henry's. It's like, why are you eating?
That's funny. She
Yeah.
agrees.
Yes, exactly.
Nicole says that she was vegan for 6 months about 2 years ago, and didn't go well. It screwed up her hormones and had to go back to eating more meat.
Oh, really?
I actually gained weight doing the vegetarian thing. Yeah, I mean, like
I believe
if you,
it. I believe it's confusing, eh? Like you said,
yeah,
like I don't know. Like I was confused about the losing weight and stuff. You're like, if I fast, honestly, Jason,
doesn't sound healthy.
no, but if I fasted 8 days, I was sure I was going to lose 8 pounds. I'm like,
Mhm.
no way in hell am I not
Yeah,
going to. No, but it's surprising, you know. And
Yeah.
then you do 8 days and you lost 4 pounds. You go 4
Yeah.
pounds,
Yeah,
but it's 4 pounds, you know.
yeah.
But it's hard, you know. It's not enough. You want to lose more. You're like, what the hell? I didn't eat all week. So imagine how much I'm gaining if I'm eating every day. If I only lost 4 pounds,
Yeah.
stopping completely eating. That's crazy.
That's it.
Losing 4 pounds
Well,
a week.
that's why, like for you, it's like, man, you're gonna race through this. Not a lot of
Yeah.
people that are willing to do, or just like it, to do it. So you're gonna go through it quite fast.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then will be, because it's kind of like a bell curve, right? So you start doing this, you get tons of benefit. But if you still go at that rate, eventually it's like you're not getting any benefit. Then you're like more, and then you find yourself, yeah, you're lean and you look all like you lost your muscle. So we have to, because it can be addictive, eh? More. It's like, yes, but we want to change your body composition.
Yeah.
You're blasting through your fat, but we want to optimize because you don't have to live by fasting 8 days either.
No. I'm
Really,
doing this there to be
for
able
weight
to
loss.
bring my ass down to 200. Then after that, I'm going to start eating and having my
Yeah,
little drink,
yeah. And
having my
then
whiskey and my
then
coffee
you
and
have
everything.
to be confident with protein and fat primarily,
Yeah.
and stuff like
But
and
now,
berries and stuff.
yeah, but since I understand that, when I
Yeah,
have a meal, never ever
yeah.
there's no way in effing hell would I have 2 meals in a day now. It's impossible because
No,
there's no need
I
for it.
know.
There's no need
I
for it.
know.
It's ridiculous.
That's why I got mad at this vegan when I said everything. I was like, I caused 2 deaths for over 2 years for my diet, and I feed my family. And I said, because of that, I'm not a consumer. I don't go to the grocery stores. That means I'm
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not encouraging that. I said, I
Exactly.
can fast over 3 months. I don't even consume, so I'm not having any carbon. And I'm going through all, and he was just blowing them off. He was just like, well, if you're maintaining your weight, then it just means you're eating more later. And then I started being like, oh yeah. So then I'm like, so what you're telling me is 300 calories of carbs is exactly the same as 300 calories of protein and 300 calories of fat? And I'm
No
like,
way.
and
Like
and
I
then
know
like,
that.
but
I
it's
know that's
because
not even true.
I was like not allowing him to talk, and then he'd say
For
something.
sure.
I'm like, really? Oh yeah? And like JD was like, let him talk. And I
Like
was like,
like
I
the
was like,
Jim Carrey face, like Jim Carrey face. Hey, like Jim Carrey when he gets mad and he starts walking forward.
well, it's just everything. Like the minute this guy was like, JD was telling me like, I was like, no, man. I'm like, 2 deaths. I'm not killing the chickens. This. He's like, no, Jason, you haven't dealt
It's
with these people.
when
He's like,
JD
it's gonna say this.
when
So then I'm
JD
like,
asked me, he says, "Hey Bruce, you like fruits? You eat apples?" I said,
yeah, yeah,
I've had one."
yeah, yeah.
I've
Well,
had
now
one.
he can't tease you about the that anymore. I like it when Patrick OTW, yeah, fat bastard. And then
Yeah, yeah,
I look at him, I'm like, not
yeah.
anymore.
Not anymore. I'm
Not
like now.
anymore, Patrick.
Now I'm 31 pounds fat. That's what I consider myself. I'm fat, yeah, 31 pounds. I used to be 100 pounds fat. Now,
That's
just
it.
you can actually like my shoulders even now are, but I'm still keeping my mass. My arms are
Yeah.
wide as hell, man. I still
Well,
got
that's
my
why I said
muscles.
you always naturally had upper body mass,
Yeah,
just naturally,
and
and your legs. I'm sure,
and
like mine,
and
big.
like my
Your-
back. Look, I mean, dude,
Yeah,
I have a
yeah.
pigeon chest, dude.
But that's why when
I'm
you
gonna be
lost,
massive.
that's why
I'm
when
gonna train after.
you lost more than the typical amount of water that a lot of people would lose. A lot of
Yeah,
people, it's like 5, 10 pounds,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
you lost a good amount. You have a good amount of muscle. That's why I want to make sure that we are very strategic in the refeeding, uh, so that like you maintain as much as you can too.
But yeah, of
This is
course.
almost like the rare time where you could almost lose weight as well as gain muscle, which is a very rare rare thing. But I think when somebody's first starting this, their 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 body mass is poor, their muscle overall is not optimal. You've managed to it probably because you still are eating a decent amount of fat and meat and stuff. It's just that you were adding all of the carbs, which layered you with the fat. But now that you're losing the fat, you're seeing that, wow, you actually have a decent amount of muscle. And if
Yeah,
you look at my first videos when I'm like going like this there, I was not training. It was literally me losing
it's
a lot of,
the fat is
yeah,
tightening around
yeah.
the muscle.
I
That's
started
the
going
problem.
like this and I had like a decent like shoulder muscle. And I was
Yeah, well,
like,
that's it. Not everyone. I think the Swartzes have that, but I had the shoulder one since I
yeah,
started doing the push-ups, and I have two abs and half a gut.
yeah.
Literally,
Yeah, bottom is always going
literally
to be the
two
last to go
abs
to.
right under
Yeah,
my ribs. I have a massive rib cage. When you look at my rib cage, it
yeah,
goes in and everything right here. It's like
yeah.
it doesn't go in more than that. That's as small as I'm gonna get with the ribs. So
No, that's it. So no, anyway, so this is great. So now, so we're April, May. I don't even know what
exactly the second month, the
April,
12th. It's exactly
the
the
12th.
day where I did 2 months, the 12th.
Yeah, so you're at 2 months from. We are saying, let's say 300. You're
Yeah.
because you had already started
At
before
300, I
70
lost
pounds
70
basically.
pounds. 70 pounds. Yeah.
70 pounds in 2 months. That's
Yeah.
35 pounds. That's
Yeah.
more than one pound of weight slipping off you per day. And
Exactly.
we could easily, like, if you go and you pop on during your stream 3 months ago, look at your face,
Bad
and
weight. Yeah.
and it's not only, in my opinion, it's not only fat, because yeah, eventually it does. The fat is the first one to go in your face. You can show, but to me, you seemed unhealthily inflamed, like
Yeah. Yeah.
inflamed.
Yeah.
Your body
Yeah.
was
But that
inflamed and it was holding
my
on to.
eye, my
Yeah.
eye, my whole half of face was inflamed. That's
So
what was
tell us about that, because that's very important. And then we'll stop at this because I don't want to keep these streams more than an hour and a half. We're going on 2 hours,
I
so
had
you'll
two
come back.
small episodes since the
But
beginning of
the
the
most
2 months.
important, before we let go, tell everyone about your briefly your eye condition, how long you've had it, basically the problem it causes, and what have you noticed changes in it. Like
I got
tell
that
us.
at 18, 19 years old. Never had any inflammation. Only had pulling out secretions like snots out of my eye, and it always feels like somebody blew sand in my eye. It feels like a welding flash, where it's really, really dry and sore. And for me to look left, I had to leave my eye straight and go left. Like I couldn't do the eye thing like that. Like I couldn't up and down the eyes because when I go up, something stayed dry behind it. When I came
Blinding.
back, yeah, it was like it was rubbing in the back, you know.
Yeah.
Then after that, I started getting, and this is long from 19 to now. We're going to about 35 years old. I used to get it every 2 days. Sometimes it lasts 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, all the way up to friggin' 47. Well, actually 48. I just started. So right
Okay.
up to when I was 48 years old. So as of 46, 47, 48, I had
Yeah.
now the eye. I wasn't able to pull anything out anymore, but it was still dry. And it was just, I was never able to stop it from being dry. It lasts 12 hours, sometimes 48 hours. Pimples on my cheek. Get this, pimples on my cheek. And then I started getting numb from the back of my ear to under my eye. All this, a line was numb, and where it was numb, it was inflamed, and it was coming out like this. It was starting to go like that there, out. So
So
screaming,
these facial nerves, possibly, that I don't know by heart and stuff, but obviously there's facial nerves,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah,
could have
yeah.
been because what I noticed, like when you were at your worst, well, 2 months ago, like you could tell here, see that you could tell like the fat had reached up here,
Oh,
and it
but
was
that
like,
hold on. Now that's the fat part, though. Yeah,
so
the
that could
fat. Yeah,
compress
like this,
your
this.
sensory nerves. Yeah,
Oh yeah, like that. My glasses look like two freaking Skittles. You know, it didn't look like
yeah,
two lenses. But the fat with the inflammation was excessive. So
yeah,
somebody, when they'd see me, they go, "Shit, you gained a lot of weight." Yeah, I've always been fat, but now I'm inflamed too.
yeah,
So the
yeah.
fat so is inflamed. And you know what? Look at me. When you look at me, you can see my ears. But this side was so inflamed, and I'm not kidding.
No, it shows a lot that you
It was
lost
like
weight.
this. Well,
Yeah,
there, look, it would hide my eye. That's how
yeah,
inflamed I was
yes,
on one
yeah. I
side.
remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because like I was concerned, but see, sometimes like now you'll understand because you're in the cult that there's such a profound change, and it's so easy, and you feel like "Fuck, they lied to us," and then you want to like turn around and be like, I understand, like you want to help everyone, and
when I
everyone's
when I found out the
like
food,
they're
what
insulting.
when I found out what the food was doing, I've known for years for a lot, but not
Yeah,
about les pâtes,
no, no, exactly.
noodles, rice, potatoes. I didn't know
Bad.
about all that.
Yeah,
Didn't know about ketones. Didn't know what the hell seed oil is. Didn't
yeah,
know why sodium salt's worse than Himalayan salt. I know that now, but
yeah,
now I wouldn't dare eat. And like you said, the MSG. When you go to the restaurant and the seed
yeah,
oil that they put in their friggin' what oil that they're cooking it into, you're
yeah,
getting all that fat. The pizza they add shit in that too. Conservatives, whatever the hell they're putting in it.
yeah,
I used
yeah,
to eat a lot of processed foods, processed meats, processed cheese whiz. It's all the same factory. It's shitting out orange stuff. It's
yeah.
shitting out bologna. It's
Well,
just
it's like, it's like the vegan, that just blew it off by saying, and in a way, I should have said, yeah, I agree. Like I was fatter, I lost a lot of weight, and I eat a lot less, but I still eat a lot less, and I'm still saving a lot of money. But he blew it off as if like, no, no, no. You're saying you're not eating for 6 months for 3 months. That means that during those 3 months that you saved money, you are compensating by overindulging in the other months, and then that
yeah.
money is spent there. And I was like, uh, I was already like one thing after another
Yeah,
to him. So
well,
and it
look
wasn't
at
my
me.
channel.
Look at me. Like
I don't want to be rude.
after I finish fasting for 8 days, I don't turn around and eat 5-6 meals and 6-7 bags of chips and a whole
No,
case of
no,
beer.
exactly.
I just have one meal. I have one meal. If I'm
And you're
still
satisfied.
hungry, if I'm still hungry after that one meal, that's the only time I ate after 24 hours. I said no. A second feeding. I never did it. I should have started with it, but I didn't. I started cold turkey. I
Yeah.
teased myself. It was almost like when I started fasting, I had mustard here.
Yeah.
That literally, that's how I
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
never,
yeah.
I never went back because my weight is plunging. But at when I started that, bro, I ran up and down the stairs for 17 mother effing days, up and down 50 to 100 times, walking in the park,
Mhm.
doing the bicycle, sit-ups, shadow boxing,
Yeah.
karate moves, whatever I learned when we used to do
Yeah.
karate and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's working. It's working. I don't even have any dumbbells. I have one stupid 10-pound dumbbell. But
Yeah.
when I get down to 200, I'm going to start doing dumbbells again. But I
Yeah.
don't want to be Mr. T. I want to be nice and trim and cut.
No, that's it. Me too. The
Nice
same thing.
arms,
Like
nice,
when I
just
had my
regular arms.
spine surgery, that was it. Never did anything. Can I run?
It's my nut,
Yes.
man. My nut.
Can I run?
Ever since I've been young, sports nut. Every time I jog or which is rare, but if I lift weights, I get a sore nut. I can't. It twists it. Me, I went to the hospital not to flip any
Yeah,
of the
but
guys.
the problem is
It
that
went up
the
in my
only
stomach.
way,
My
the only
nut
way,
went up into my stomach, man.
but
It
the
went
only way to repair that is getting married. Then you have no more nuts. It doesn't, no problem.
Yeah, well,
That's what I did.
I'm keeping D's nuts.
D nuts.
D's nuts.
D nuts.
Gotti. Hi.
Oh, okay, wait. So what was the question?
Hello? Ah, it's for you.
Who's that? So, what if I'm the grandfather and the grandfather's brother is the uncle, still? Great uncle? It's great uncle.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm her niece.
I'm like, if I'm the grandfather, Michelle, my brother is what cousin? What is he?
A pig?
That's how big our family is. I'm like, well, because Michelle's family is so huge, eh? They're like 30 people every weekend for someone's freaking birthday, and I'm like, our family.
I would
I haven't seen
suggest
my brother. I haven't seen my brother like in 5 years. I'm like,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
hey?
The last time I saw you, I popped the light, but you didn't freaking remember.
Mom gave me shit about that, eh? So no, she was like, you don't remember that? You told me, and I was like, Mom, if it was in my 20s, I used to be an alcoholic.
It could be, it could be that too.
Like,
It could be that too. It could be
I
that
did go
too.
to AA in my 20s, Mom.
That's true because even I was half trash, so that means it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it could
must
have
have been
been.
pretty
There's a
sloppy.
lot of things.
It's
There's
the
a
way
lot
you
of
did
things.
it.
There's
It's
a
the
lot
way-
of things people are
Hey.
telling me I did that I'm
Hey,
like, I'm pretty sure I
It's
did.
the way you did it. The way you did it. Listen, it's the way you did it. I'm like this. You're drinking like we had a good we had fun. We had a good conversation, like brother conversation. And I said and you start saying, but your energy, where do you get it from? Like, what do you mean there's energy? It's like, what is it in a book? Is it like in your shoulders? Is what?
Yeah.
I said, man, look at the light over there. I said, you just fucking look at it and concentrate, and it popped. And you went like that. You're looking at the light, and you went.
You see there, that was the beer.
No, hold on. You're looking at
There's
the
the beer.
light. You're looking right at the light. Okay. You go to your beer, it goes pop. You went, cool. Then turned around, we got up, we went inside, and that's how it ended. And I was like, I'm looking at it the whole time. You see it pop? Yeah, it popped.
Yeah, I know, but it could have been like, I'm thinking this is my last freaking beer, and all I heard is,
Yeah, exactly.
wah, wah, wah. Ah.
But do you remember when the friggin' light popped? The container glass that holds the light that
Fell
the
down,
guy
though.
has to open to repair. Not almost. It went down like that, like when you kill your pigs. It's like down like that, and the light went pow, and then it went bzzz, just like a friggin' testicle. It was hilarious. And then I go, and then on top of it, to be impressive, after it happened, I said, "That's it, man. That's all you do." And on myself, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, you turn around, you're like, that's all you need. And I'm running in the background. There was a deer in the pool.
Get out of the pool!
I found one. It's going to the fountain.
Like that.
All right, so let's stop it very soon now.
yeah, at one point.
So Bruce has gone in 3 months now, right?
300 to 231.
3 months exactly. 90 days
Exactly.
has lost 70 pounds.
Yep.
70 pounds, doing mostly prolonged fasting.
A bit of exercise, but regularly. Okay, 30
Okay.
minutes, not an hour. Regular.
Taking
though.
a multivitamin,
Yep, daily.
not underdoing, not overdoing the water.
No, I drink less water now after the first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I don't drink any
normal.
more water.
Okay.
Actually, I was retaining
Splash
more
of
weight.
salt.
I was
Okay.
retaining more. I retained more weight. I lost less when I was drinking too much water.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that and okay, I think that's great. I think without making it too long, it's a thank you, by the way, because I didn't even have time to
Well, thanks for letting me the time to
prepare
talk.
what
bro.
I
love you,
wanted.
man.
So
Yeah, well, thanks for letting me
definitely
the
next
time
week.
to talk. Yeah, but man, these are always interesting because there are. I didn't know that in my community, mine, Fat Soul
Yeah.
Bruce, there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that know about keto, about green tea. They told me all about that, and as much the guys as the ladies. And I
Yeah.
would say like 50% of them are really into that, cooking themselves. You know, that they're healthy. They got gardens. Me, I learned a lot from them, but they're inspiring as hell, man. And you
Yeah.
too, man. I appreciate the inspiration and
Yeah,
everyone.
I'm telling you, we'll buy a local grass-fed cow. You know, I
Anytime,
can
man.
supply you freaking chickens. I got 32 freaking chickens there.
Great. I mean, I eat 12 eggs every 2 months, so
That's it.
I don't eat anymore now. Hey, it's
But,
crazy, dude. So now when I make food, I can't make too much food because it's always
It
8
goes
days.
bad.
Yeah, it goes bad. So like, oh shit. You know,
Like think of it this way. Like at the moment, even for me, like during the weight loss, let's say you have just a blade roast. Sometimes, man, a palette there, a blade roast is freaking cheap, man.
yeah.
Throw that in 3/4 water, salt, pepper. Do it on high for 4, and once that's cold, if you look at it, it's all like fat, eh? You got the gelatin. It's like jiggly.
Yeah. And me,
but-
I have a hard time with that.
Right, but listen to this. And then the white, if you grab the jiggly and the white and you put it on the meat, when it heats up, it melts into just.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Oh,
No, that meat, that
But
I don't
imagine surviving. Let's say you're like, oh my God, it's so freaking expensive. Yeah, well, the majority of the person that would grab a blade roast would grab it for survival, would eat that, and would throw that away. But if you're literally like, it's too expensive to eat, man, you get that blade roast, you do not waste any of that white, hard, saturated fat, the gelatin that's pretty much protein and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So then imagine some guy who's like doesn't even find organs sick. It's a joke. This guy would be like a thriving specimen going like, they pay me to eat it.
Yeah. Hey, I saw a video the other day. He goes,
What's wrong? Okay, I'm on the stream. Send me a super chat. I'll listen to you. Continue.
Yeah, there's somebody. What the hell was I saying?
This is Noah's fault.
No. It's me. I'm not doing.
Go to your room. You made Bruce for.
I'll do it on purpose, and a little bugger, and I'm gonna pretend I don't know what I was saying to harm him. No, it's like I literally don't remember.
He's already being dragged out. Don't worry.
It must be brain fog.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I just
now you
ate.
know what a vegan feels like.
Yeah, there's no brain fog. I just ate, and when I eat, honestly, Jason, when I eat now, I feel how I used to feel when I wasn't eating. When I eat, I don't feel well. I don't feel bad, but like I just ate now, and I feel like I'm a dump truck bringing a load somewhere.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
in 2 days I start feeling empty. Then I go a couple days, and
Yeah.
then and right away I start exercising. So since
Yeah.
I just ate tonight, well, I wait hours after. I'll do the bike, and tomorrow morning right away the bike. Then at night, like I do it hard for 2-3 days, but I haven't been like I fasted a week, so
Yeah.
today I don't exercise. Yesterday I didn't
No.
exercise. I'm
Exactly.
careful. I don't want to die there. I
Yeah.
don't want to because the stomach is tight, so
Yeah.
I'm careful.
I mean, you once you're at your own like weight and stuff like that, you understand, you could be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna train the shit out of myself today because
Yeah.
I'm going to a banquet where I'm gonna eat tons of carbs. So then
Yep.
you're like, I'm going to empty my body of sugar so that I can enjoy that evening.
Yep.
Know that I don't get fat. Got to watch out tomorrow. I'll probably have a big
It's almost
appetite.
cheating. It's
Have
almost cheating.
three.
It's
Yeah,
almost cheating because
it's
I go on my weekend. I could have 10 brandies, and Monday I can exercise, but I'm going to have to exercise Tuesday too. It's
yeah,
you just compensate,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
compensate.
That's it.
And at one point, I'm going to juggle. My margin's going to be one. My goal, my new goal weight, Jason.
Yeah.
It used to be 225. Hey, by the way, my goal weight for the end of July was first. My goal was to start April 12th,
Yeah.
and that on July 31st, that I will have reached 225.
Yeah.
I'm 231
Yeah.
on the 12th of
Yeah.
June.
It's
So
too
that
fast.
means, so get this. All of June, all of July, I'll probably even be done dieting.
You
And
will.
be already.
You will.
So my new goal weight is 197. At
Yeah.
197 is what I'm going to get to, and then I'm going to maintain that there because
I
me
think that if you completely lose the excess fat and start building muscle and you're pretty much 5'11", like me.
yeah,
I'm not
5'10 and a
sorry.
half, 5'11, yeah.
180 will probably be. You'll see. You'll get to the 197.
No.
and then
I did
you know what?
179. I did 179. People asked me if I had leukemia.
That's true. That's when I told you look.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
actually, when you saw me, I was 190, and I looked
Really?
like a
Yeah, because you look.
190. I
was
looked
like, oh,
I looked anorexic.
right now I'm 180.
Yeah. So add 20 pounds to that. Add 10, 20 pounds from 190. I'm perfect.
We'll see.
Be-
Yeah, 197. Jeez.
Because that's where it goes up. My muscles go on my my shoulders
Well,
there. So.
that's the specific thing that I want to make sure is let's do this and preserve strategically as much muscle. There'll always be a little bit, obviously. A whole year of this there, you're going to lose a little bit, but you
Yeah.
don't have to lose a lot.
I'm losing all my fat, and then I don't give an F if people say, "Hey, Mr. Bones," I'm gonna enjoy it because I've been a fat fuck all my life. So I can't wait to lose.
Look at mom. Mom's like, no, I look like a shrinkled up raisin. Oh. Everyone's looking at the door out the window, like wondering, like, I'm like, what's wrong? The kid's playing with the horn thing. Going,
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, like mom's like, she's like, no, I look like a shriveled up raisin.
No,
I said, yeah, now you look
that's
like a
because of
California raisin.
the.
I said, I promised you to get you skinny. I said, I'm kind of like a genie. You know, a genie, it's like you make a wish, you get it, but he always twists it in a way that you don't want it.
You
I was
see,
like, Mom, I'm like a genie. You want
my
it? Now you
my
look like a
arms-
raisin. I'm done.
my arms since I lost weight.
Yeah.
I have very young looking skin, but it's not because my skin looks young. It's because I was fat. Fat people have beautiful faces and skin. So when
It's true.
I lost the weight. Look like this there. When I go like that,
Yeah.
that looks like a peach, a pear,
Yeah.
an orange, all bumpy. It's like old skin now because I lost a lot of weight. So
Yeah.
it's like for 40 years I was a balloon, and then I just took that balloon out, and now it's just friggin'. You see the lines and shriveling up in it,
Yeah. Guggen, G Slayer, another one of our cult members, actively drinking my Kool-Aid. So you can come on too if you want. If not, me and Bruce will probably pop off
Yeah,
of here
we're
in about
we're
5
leaving
minutes.
soon there. Yeah, me, I want to
But
go out and check the
I'll give him
sky.
5 minutes if he has time. He's at 153 and he's 5'11. He's I know he's definitely doing like intermittent or one meal a day, but I don't think he's doing prolonged. I think you're the only one that's actually doing that much
Yeah, well,
prolonged.
because
Yeah,
I'm
I have
fat, you know, I'm
Peter.
fatter.
Peter on here, my old AA sponsor.
Yeah,
He's like a super faster. He's crazy. I think he was at
yeah.
24 days and he had a surgery or something, a knee surgery. And I was like, you're at 4 days and you're about to go for surgery. I said,
That's crazy.
I don't think that's a good idea, dude. I said, I think you should break your fast now and get a good week of refeeding. I
Man,
said,
if
it's
they put you
healthy.
under the knife, if they
I'm
put
gonna
you under,
deplete myself, and then you're gonna slice me open and like drill
man,
into my bone and then heal myself. I was like, yeah,
it's
that
no good.
wasn't timed very well. So I told him,
No,
no, you got to stop that right away. But do you know, just 3 day fast completely rejuvenates your immune system. Just
I
3 days.
read that, and honestly, when I'm done all this, that is my mark. A 3-day fast, 48, 72, 48, 72, 48. I'll do that often. And
Yeah.
then at the end of the month, start off the month with a feeding, 24-hour and another feeding. Then you go
Yeah.
again, 48 through 72 hours.
No, that's it.
I'm
And
telling you.
it would be fun to get like okay guys, who's joining Monday's fast? We're starting a 5 day fast, and then we
I
bounce
tried it.
on.
I asked anyone, I said, who the hell wants to take a bet that I'm going to beat your ass? I told everyone, I insulted them,
Yeah.
basically in the comment section, in the community. Anyone wants to compete with me to lose 100 pounds right freaking now. But that's because I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, I'm ready, but that's me. I'm inspired to do it. I do it. When I go to the end of something, I go to the end. And, there were many days where it was hard, but not because I was
Yeah.
hungry. It was more of a boring feeling, bro. It was like, oh, I wanted to sit outside and have a coffee and dunk my chocolate chip cookies in my little thing and look at the birds. It's 15 freaking minutes of my life that I used to do. I can
Yeah.
eat I can eat a lot of cookies in only 15 minutes.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
dunk, 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 go inside. Just a little snack. What were you doing outside? Oh, I went outside to have my coffee on the porch and pick up.
Funny.
Yeah, right, right. Pick up
Yeah, it
my
was
coffee.
bad. Like there's this guy at work, LA. He doesn't mind me saying it. He's like a kind of the type one personality, very disciplined. Like every morning, like he'll have his yogurt and he'll have his utensils. I'm serious. I remember one of the RTs goes, LA puts his stuff, and he leaves to get something. One of the RTs walks by and he's like, flips it around, walks away. LA comes,
Yeah.
all like, what's
Yeah, he
like
noticed.
he's fat, yeah. And he's always the guy that'll mention something like, "Oh, you're late today. Oh, you're sick again." He's always like like he always knows. He knows
I hate
everyone's
those.
last name, and stuff
I hate
like
those.
that. So when I was in my sugar addiction, I was like, I'd buy like 5 of these like little sticks with chocolate and ice cream, and I'd like eat 3, and then I'd walk into the department just like with my 2, and then after I'd like start eating, and he'd be like, 2? My God, you're hungry, and I'm like, then
Oh yeah, that's for me. I
shut
can't
up.
stand that. I can't stand
You
those.
make me feel guilty about 2. If you only knew I had 5.
Yeah, exactly. Me, I used to eat
Literally.
I used to eat yogurt ice cream instead of eating regular ice cream because it's healthier.
That's it.
And then I used to sit down. I used to eat so much out of the tub that I used to have to go like this. Ah, the mouth is frozen. Ah, and I'm going. Brrr.
It's like wash it down with hot chocolate.
Let's do it again. Brrr. You fucking stupid asshole. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Tomorrow,
So I am. Wait,
I'm
I am.
having a barbecue. Fucking idiot.
So it says, I am Kai says 9 days no seizing medication nor flop either. Yeah, but like, what do you mean? No, you're not taking your seizure medication anymore? I hope. Give us a
He's got
little-
nothing to lose.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like do the ketogenic diet, but don't stop your meds just yet.
No, his ass is flat. He's got a flat ass. He said, so he can't lose any weight. I can give you some, man, Kai.
Yeah, exactly. After this, I may avoid garlic after this.
Okay.
Well, I don't think anybody's showing up. I thought
Okay.
G Slayer said that he's trying to get on, but he's having connection problems. We'll give him another 3 minutes, talk a little bit, and then we can end it here. Obviously, you're welcome to come next Monday too.
Yeah, man. I'll be by,
30.
man.
I'd like to try and get like a 30-minute little thing, before, and then after leave it to whoever is doing the diet to come on.
Yeah, like really short. Ask me that question like the last time.
Well, an update,
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I don't. Okay, like how much will I be? I forgot what I told you I'd be this time when I came on. What did I tell you? I'd be close to the 220s. I told you when.
Yeah. Well, I was not
231.
doubting it. I was not. So G Slayer says that his doc.
I am Kai. I am Kai said it. Yeah, I am Kai says my doc saw.
Hey, it's none of my business. I'm just curious. So, what was your anticonvulsant? Was it Epival? Was it Lamictal? Tegretol? Carbamazepine? Keppra? Dilantin? Here, he's here. Now I want to know.
Dalman, heroin, Metazone,
Yeah, exactly.
Carbalel,
Crystal
Cibernine,
Which
Krebawat.
anticonvulsant were you on, G?
Yeah.
Yeah, which med were you on that the doctor stopped you? You don't have to answer this person.
All right, I'm just here now. Hey.
I can hear you. Do you hear us?
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
I hear you now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, cool. All right. No,
We're over here. Guys, like, I can't see. Okay, here you go.
no. What we were asking, what was the
Bad laptop.
anticonvulsant
It's a
to your
bad
doctor?
laptop.
What?
yeah, I'm not
Which
a doctor.
medication?
Yeah, what?
You don't want to say it. That's what you're saying.
I don't take any medications, and I'm not a doctor.
Okay, cool. But you say you don't like. Do you actually have seizure issue, or not even?
No, I don't have it.
Oh. What an ass!
What was he taking?
I
You're
had-
fired. How do I kick this?
Is
this
that
guy?
what? Is that what Justin? Is that what Justin said? Or Bruce?
No,
No,
you
no,
said.
not at
I
all.
thought you said that you were off all your seizure meds.
It's
So-
Kai. I'm not following. It's Kai that takes seizure medicine.
No,
Oh,
it's
I
Google
thought-
Slayer.
No, I thought it was G Slayer. Sorry.
Oh,
Kai.
I knew it was Kai all along. I
Thank
was
you
terrible,
for
yeah.
waking me up. Somebody, you should have said I'm not the same guy.
That was funny with the car horn.
Sorry, I was so confused. I'm like, I thought he just said that he stopped all his seizure meds and the doctor stopped it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Well, yeah, exactly. Jason,
You did.
tells
He didn't
all
sign the
people-
waiver. He didn't sign
Jason
the
said
waiver
that
for
if
watching
you
your
want to do
channel.
his diet, you have to stop all seizure. All right, this stream is trash. This stream is going.
Say
Fine.
stop the medication and don't eat or drink any water for a month. It's like
Exactly.
you should be okay.
You have to let your kidneys relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Your kidneys
When
have to-
you feel two apples on each side over your ass, it's your kidneys reacting. They're healthy. The guy's like,
All right, I don't even know this one. Darla Lama knows what medication he's on. Let me look it up. So I guess that's his wife,
Make me choke
or
on my water.
where did it go?
Why the hell would she know?
Okay. Okay. Le Vitira. I don't know this one, unless this is like some generic version that I know. No, I don't know this medication. Oh, Keppra. Okay, I knew it as Keppra. I don't. Levatiracetam. It's like the time I said, "Oh, they came out with a
Levetiracetam.
generic Viagra." I said, "Do you know what the generic Viagra is?" And they're like, "No." I said, "It's called mycoxaflopin."
Yeah, it's German though.
Mhm.
That's not a very trusted pill.
German.
I'll wait for the infomercial at the gym
Okay, fine. So why don't you
on
update
the
us?
Fox News.
That's right.
What's
Tell
the
me about
update?
tell
I'm
me about your
fasting right
seizures.
now. The
So
seizures have been good.
tell me about your seizures, man. So
I
how
signed
much were you
waivers.
when you
I
started?
stopped all my medications. I don't drink water anymore
I'm
because
a
you told me to.
breatharian. I don't even eat. I just breathe prana and chi from the air.
Yeah,
I
lock
live
me up in the
off
pyramids.
high hopes.
I'm a breatharian and I eat the few mosquitoes that pop my mouth on my
Yeah,
walk.
but they're gonna lock me up in the pyramids with no sunlight.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but we can fast for a long time. We could like gnaw through some of the rocks, but after a month's time, take turns.
One sarcophagus will last
Okay.
us 3 years.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. We could eat all the the scarabs,
Right.
That's
right?
it.
Because they put
That's
scarabs
it.
in there. I think.
All right, G Slayer. Before we leave, for people maybe that never tuned in, give us a quick rundown of your journey, what you've incorporated in relation to your diet, how much you weighed,
Okay,
how
I
you
think I can
felt,
do it
what you did,
fast.
where you are.
All right.
Yeah.
Highest weight was 222, maybe like
Okay.
in like September 2020. And I didn't start changing my health until last December
Okay.
of 2022. So that's when I mustered up enough discipline to start cutting foods, and then mustered up even more to start doing prolonged fasting, 70, like
Okay.
eventually getting up to 72s. And then it cut all my processed food addiction and other it healed other things that like quickly motivated me
Okay.
to pick up a diet which um family members that were fasting with me had the idea of a low carb diet, like really low carb.
Okay.
And even before I even knew what keto was, other than the buzzword.
Right.
So I started the diet after learning how to fast, and I learned how to diet, and that transition was very smooth and very effective, and got a lot of
Yeah.
benefits and a lot of motivations because I would weigh myself every day. I'm not even exercising or just barely, like doing
Yeah. Like.
maintenance exercise and old injuries, like I always do.
Okay.
And
Wow.
then
Okay. So you were 222 in 2020, and you stayed 222, like 222 pounds roughly till 2022.
yeah.
He could have even
I started 214, 215.
he could have
Started,
even made a rap. Everything rhymes. I was 222 back in 2022. I brought the things
That's
through
his
as I read
next
it.
channel.
I
He's
thought
gonna
things
do that.
went through smooth.
He wants to. He just can't like get it all together.
Yeah.
Just 1 second, sweetheart. I feel so horrible.
With the
I'm just
guitar
running upstairs
videos.
for a second. No, it's usually when I
So
get
that we
home
made
from
it to my
work.
mid journey. That was my story to my mid journey. Learned
Okay.
how to diet and had a bunch of benefits on the keto diet, and then further uh shortened my fast, and then had like kind of small controlled two window eating, or one window eating into two window eating,
Okay.
and then not too high of calories, but eventually I started training, get to the gym,
Okay.
start training, got to 8% body fat, or like rough estimates, I was 8 to
Yeah,
10.
because now you were already losing and a bit of maintenance, like you said, like exercise, but maintenance. So then you added the training on that. So now the dieting
Yeah.
and the training. I mean, you just
Dieting and
freaking
training and the
you,
fasting. Then I
you
was able
tighten
to
up.
increase the
You get tight,
calories.
and you
Yeah,
got
and
tight, right? Did
working
you
on
know?
body composition. So I've
Mhm.
lost like 70 pounds for a couple months now, I guess, or a while. So I've been maintaining it, but it's more than maintaining it. I've been working on body composition to
I just
increase
lost 70,
lean
man.
body mass
I
and
just
continue
lost,
to cut fat. It's like stubborn fat because there's stubborn areas, but like my
right?
sides and my back is like very, very like I can't tell what's skin and what's fat. But the
Yeah, well,
sides and back were slow to come.
thanks for letting me know that, because you see, that's what's left for me. It's the
Mm,
bottom of my back and my
that
side
pig fat,
and my gut. It's the
bacon.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm eating them. That's what I ate today. Bacon. I
Yeah, I
did.
eat a lot of bacon. I love it. I eat a
Yeah.
wide
No,
variety of food, but after training as well, introduce calories and I can introduce other foods.
damn right. I
Fruit.
lost 70 pounds, man. As
You're
of
72, nice.
yeah, man,
But
70
you
pounds.
have more than me, but
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
like
Well,
really
exactly.
similar.
I'm
But
231 now.
the age difference is the big difference between us.
Yes, yes, and it was hard. It was hard.
I'm 30.
You're 30? Okay, so I'm 48. Exactly. Listen, it was hard. It was I lost 44 the first month. I lost 22 the second month.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna go down to 197 is my goal weight, where I'm gonna try to go down. So
Yeah, so I dropped all the way down to 144 was my lowest. And then I built it. I hit like 50 a bunch of times and I go back down and I go up to like 53, 52 to 54, and then I fast. And that's usually like once a
so
week.
so what
So
you're
I'm fasting
doing
right now.
so
Fasting
what
right
you're
now.
doing is what I want to do, is that I'm going to have that bar weight. Like
Yeah.
once I get to 200 or 197, when I hit 210, breed, 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 back down 208 to I don't want to go over a certain weight. And
Yeah.
that way, whatever I lose, I don't care. But whatever I gain, I'll keep a limit there.
Yeah. And it's still fun and exciting. Like I haven't lost motivation and this is
Yeah.
still like I'm in it.
It's
I
a
know and
job.
people say it's restrictive. Oh, but it's restrictive. It's like, no, it's
I'm
not.
adding foods. I'm adding
Yeah.
stuff. I'm adding some new things to my life, like relationships and
Absolutely.
everything.
Absolutely. No, for sure. Exactly.
It's wild.
And I'm not
Wow.
afraid to eat when I eat. I eat a big enough meal. I mean, listen, three,
Yeah,
four
I'm eating
chops.
tomorrow morning before
Well,
noon. It'll
it's
be
because
36 hours probably.
it heals our food relationship where
Right.
we're binging and
Yeah.
we're like, oh, it's because of me, it's because I don't have self-control or something, but it's like, no, it's actually your hormones, the way you're
Yeah,
eating.
it's not
It's
even
your
your brain and
fall
your thoughts.
screaming these wrong signals at you at the wrong time, and it
Yeah.
just shows. It's like, no, you're eating 60+% of your food, which is empty energy. And the majority of us are just
Yeah, but
sitting on.
in a way, that bloody food, not in a way that when you eat food, there's certain foods that make you friggin' hungry. They make you want to keep eating. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Your
Yeah, I ate a
stomach,
lot of
you
Doritos and I
have a
like that
sore,
brand.
yeah, like you have a sore stomach.
Yeah.
Have you, maybe it's just me because I was a big guy. Have you ever gotten a sore stomach from eating and you go, fuck, I don't know, I had a sin. I'm pretty sure I could have eaten the second one, but
Yeah.
I get a sore stomach. But the desire to keep eating was there, you know. But obviously, I've always limited myself because I was never a guy. Jason knows I didn't go all the way up to like 300 pounds, Jason. Before I was like
Mhm.
only at
No. Yeah,
only
exactly.
at a certain weight, you know. So
Yeah.
That's how
No, for
everyone
sure.
looks.
Here.
I,
That's like normal body weight.
I didn't know who that was.
So this was me, whoa, geez, over 10 years ago.
So get this: when Jason gets
I
fatter,
look old.
he
Look,
looks
I might
like
be,
me.
I think I look
Listen,
older
when you get
there than I
fatter,
did.
you look like me. When I lose weight, I look like you. This is stupid. That looks like me. I thought you were showing a picture of me when I was 20. I
No,
mean,
no, no.
that's very similar to what I looked like.
Yeah. No, that's it. Like I showed um a girl that I'm orientating at work and stuff like that, and she could actually, she doesn't know you, but she goes, no, she goes, that must be your brother. But she she was just saying like, that can't be you. It must be
Yeah,
someone in your
that's a
family.
long lost family member.
Yeah, exactly. But no,
Yeah.
that's how I started
You're
too.
bigger than you
Exactly
were,
like
but you weren't fat. Like for me, that's not fat. But for
Very
you,
true.
yeah, for you, it was your size. You know,
Yeah,
like you
Your
guys.
evil doppelganger too.
yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
You know, so I find like this is over 10 years. Look at Noah. Noah is gonna be, well, he's 16 now. So what? He can't be more than 6. He looks under 6. He looks it's a good decade ago. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I could go on Facebook and figure it out.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to say, you know. So it's like you're losing weight. A lot of people that are losing weight and looking much or younger a decade later are not even doing exercise. And I'm not against exercise, but I'm against the idea that, the reason people are fat now is because they can't exercise. No, exercise does help. And
That's gonna
fitness,
demotivate
weight,
them and
It's
demoralize them.
willpower. Yeah,
fitness,
it's willpower.
you could be lean like this and be out of shape. That's where I am at.
If you don't have any
Um,
willpower, you'll never be able to do it. That's like the guy that you see that jumps off a friggin' burning building to catch a kid on the second floor and he's afraid of heights.
Yeah.
He's afraid of heights, but he has willpower.
Mhm.
Like me, I would not have been able to do it. I know that I like eating, okay, but I'm not a guy that
Mhm.
eats. I'm not a guy that eats often, but I love eating. Even if when I was eating only once a day, I loved it. I would eat,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
You look here, there.
why are you
That
showing? Why are you showing Andrew Tate?
the majority of this here was not weight training. This was under. Then I did. This was a 5-day fast. Look how flat you look. You look like you don't look great at all. You know. But this was my a 5-day fast. You're all flat. But then 4 days eating. Like you don't stay like that. You fill up at once you start eating. But this was during like the weight loss period and stuff like that.
I'll show you, not yet, but I'll show you eventually.
Yeah,
When
before
I was down to about 270, 280, I have a picture that I took and I sent to mom of me like that without my shirt. And when
Yeah.
I get down to 225, I'll do the same pose to see the difference of all the fat that
Yeah.
that I lost and everything. Because I'm
Yeah,
still
I had
regarded
pictures
as so
too.
big.
Progress. Yeah, do progress,
Same
even if it's
poses,
just for
same
yourself.
stance.
Yeah, it's very motivating and stuff like that. You know.
It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, guys, man. You know what?
Pace.
I'm gonna let you
Yeah,
go.
wrap it up.
I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. There, it's
Yeah, thanks a lot,
Sweet.
only
man.
went to 300. Both of you, I expect you there Monday. I
Yep.
want to try and do about every Monday, like a 30-minute little thing, and
Sure.
then whoever's there, you will just. Hopefully, I'd like to have like 20 people up here doing keto and
Yeah,
fasting.
eventually.
Yeah,
Guggen,
panel.
Guggen, was nice to see you again, man.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.
Good
All
night,
right.
both of you.
Next time. Night to you all.
All right. Next Monday, guys.
Next
God
fight.
Close, but yeah.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye. See you, Bruce.